Hey, good morning, everybody. If I sound all right, which I should, oh, maybe even a little too hot. No, I should be. Okay, anyways, how do I sound? My software over here is making it sound like, do I sound too much or no? I sound okay? Hoover, Ty, Kyle, Garrett, Anthony, HR. Okay, perfect. Maybe I was just a little too close to the mic. Anyways, all right, perfect. Well, good morning, everybody. Very quickly, for those of you that watch this in the archive, for you, if you want to continue to have something to watch in the archive, then please help support the stream. And the best way to support it is to use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader, but I understand everybody's kind of doing different things, maybe at different points in your journey. So if you're empire building or whatever, then any of these prop firms, if you use them and you want to get their current deals, get their promotions, and so whatever their current deal is, code CLAY, all caps, will unlock that for you. So it's a win-win for everybody. You're saving money, you're helping to support something that you enjoy to watch so that you can ensure it continues. So like I said, and you're feeding hungry kids. So it's code CLAY, all caps, feeds hungry kids. But thank you. I appreciate your consideration in doing that. All right. Okay. Well, good morning officially, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 14th. The year is 2026. And I don't know. Today I'm having deja vu back to yesterday. Not that yesterday was a terrible day, but I think a lot of us agreed it's kind of a weird day. For me and my strategy and how I approach the market's a weird day. Maybe for you and your strategy and the way you kind of operate, it's been beautiful, beautiful action. And for those of you, I say I'm jealous. I'm jealous of you, but that is... I also know that there's going to be points where I'm saying I absolutely love the action. You're going to be like, what are you talking about? This is garbage action. But hopefully you're all having a good day. Like I said, nothing crazy. It's not like I'm toasting accounts and going out. It's just I was pretty small this morning and just kind of trying to take what the market gives. Gold has been crazy. I have not looked at gold in a while. Has gold been pretty crazy? I know oil has had some bigger movements once again today. Do I got, I use ultimate. Ooh, share. I want to hear more about this ultimate baboon technique. Hey, thank you, Chad. Another code CLAY. So I have one pro and one test. All right, Chad. So are you gonna fire up the pro, or are you just gonna leave the pro in the stable until you get more racehorses in the stable? Hey, Maggie. I've just been so sized down in this market that I've actually doing pretty well. Yeah. Same, Ty. Same. Just today, I was like, you know what? I don't. And then there is one, in fact, I have to show this just to show how crazy this is. And I don't even know what it hit, but so here's from our private community that I offer. So right here at 947, MNQ 710 bounce area. So here's a picture. Here's where I have it mapped out, 710, blah, blah, blah. So and then on this candle right here, it came down, and I don't know. I don't think but right there it hit. Now, to be fair, I did say area, so it is possible that maybe we're like, okay, well, I define area as 712, not 710. But I mean, look at this. I don't think it hit 710. I think I guess I could figure out what, if somebody wants to check the 10:04 a.m. Eastern candle. So again, 10:04 a.m. Eastern candle. What was the low of that candle? The crosshair makes it look like it was 710 and a quarter. But yeah, right here, 10:04 a.m. candle. What was the low of that candle? Anyways, that was one where I saw it and I didn't get filled. And then you can see what happened. I'm not saying that I would have played that perfectly either, but I'm just saying that's just kind of how this week has been going. But yeah, so that was kind of rough. But hopefully you're all again, I'm not saying today's bad. I'm just saying low was 712. No, there's no way that's 712. On the MNQ? Yeah, no, that's unless something was way off here. I guess I can, let's see, open, high, low. There we go. Where's the low? 710 and a half. Yeah, I'm not asking about NQ, Anthony. You dented baboon. I said MNQ. Yeah, so the low of that was 710 and a half. Oh so close yet oh so far away. But anyways, I don't know. Do we need to send Anthony back to job training? Give him a 60-second job training? I don't know. I'll think about it. See, I don't put mods in timeout. I put mods in job training because they are very, very well paid. If you are a mod here, you know you are very well paid. I mean, my mods are the cream of the crop. I mean, these are the people that finished second to dead last in their high school classes. I'm talking the cream of the crop, okay? I'm not going to hire anybody that was like the last person in their high school graduating class. No. I hire cream of the crop. All my mods are second to the last in their graduating class. That's the kind of cream we have around here, boy. That's right. See, Todd is retired. With the pay that I have, those Twinkies. All right, do we have a double top here? Maybe. I'm thinking about a potential double top. We have this area right here, which did roll over, and right now it's kind of putzing around. I'd like to... Whoa. Wow, I missed that. I glanced like for a split second. So that was definitely like a... Okay. Yeah, the creme de la creme. Oh, wait, how is Glock not a mod yet? All right, Glock, you should have been a mod You are a long-time trustee. How do I make people... Wow. Okay. Standard mod. All right, Glock, you are now a mod. So welcome aboard. You need to go quit your actual job. You are now working here full-time. You need to be here at 6 a.m. and you leave at 11 p.m. And I am gracious. I pay in 2 different forms. You can either get hugs or I pay and sell Twinkies. But there you go. So welcome aboard, Glock. You are now a mod. No, you may not, and you may not ban people either. The banning is up to me, unless I say open season. But no, you may not ban me. So if you see anything crazy, though, in all seriousness, like just crazy, like no brainer, delete that stuff out. But there we go. All right, maybe a short here. Like I said, trying to see if there might be some kind of double top. Or, I don't know. Yeah, or free puppies from the van. That I might have to throw in that. Like, maybe that's more like a Christmas bonus. You already short? Hey, good morning, next Pat. Thanks, but I cannot call you. Well, right, yeah, you don't have to, yeah, don't call me boss. Call me daddy. Call me Big Papa. All right, I might. So dotted brown line here is the pivot point. So, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I want to see just a little bit more confirmation. I want to see the price. Doesn't necessarily have to hit the white line, but close to the white line. And then if it comes back down, I'm going to take a swing at it short. Daddy, chill. Take scalps going against the trend. Go for it. I always love Frank. This dude calls like 100-point moves. And then I'm like, man, how much you locking? Oh, I got 1.5 points. Oh, man. Dang, Frank. Good job. Again, I want to see the price come up, hit this area, and then if it starts to come back down, that's where I will try to take a swing at it on the short side. So essentially kind of playing a fake breakout here. These were the previous highs. White line is the high of the day, so that's how I know it's previous highs because the white line is just barely above this area. So if you're not familiar with my platform, the price can never get above that white line. The white line itself will just simply adjust higher. Clay, as we get closer to all time, is this how market normally trades in non? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what normal is anymore. Oh, no. Well, in hindsight now, that's looking like a stupid requirement. Like, I should have just gotten short here. But, again, that is all in hindsight. Ooh, oil is actually maybe looking even the more interesting. Maybe a short here on oil. Does it want to... I mean, we basically have kind of an overall bear pennant. Whoops, did not mean to do that. So kind of just drawing it very crudely here. So bear pennant right there. Oh, it's kind of stretched. And that seems like a chase. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I don't want to get it short here, but if this next candle wants to come up and then come back down, I'll look for the short. But getting short here, I don't know, it seems like a chase given this move started all the way up here. Up 1% pro on 6 daily payout day. Is that the account that was you had a nurse back to health, Ty? Or is this a different account? Hey, KRT, where have you been? Ooh. Yeah, all right, that is exactly why I did not want to get short. Had I gotten short, yeah, that would not be feeling very good right now at all. Hey, good morning, Kat. Yeah, thank you, Sky. Agreed. Code Clay, yup. Woo, that's pretty dirty. All right, well, I will look to get short here, though. So look to get short here on oil at the red line. If the red line turns blue, that means I'm in. I had eaten about 1K into the drawdown. Great, and now you're on your 6th day in a row? That's good stuff, Ty. Again, looking to get short here on oil. Yeah, I mean, this area might have... Yeah, I mean, you have this rejection point. It's rejected the price so many times now. And I'll aim for the short down here. Have you seen Bitcoin? I have not, no. Wow, what's Bitcoin doing? Hey, good morning, JJ. Is it really going to push up through this area? I suppose I could have gotten short up around here and then just put my stop up over that. I am in. I am short. All right, let's see this. Come on down now. It's once again been rejected. Now let's see if this rejection can get more of a smack back down here. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Beautiful candle there. I couldn't have asked for a better candle. Holy smokes. Will the candle deliver now? That's the question. Wow. Okay, that's not ideal. But if this candle does come back down here, that's almost like, do I add to it? I think so, yeah. I mean, yeah. I will add at the red line if I can get filled. So we're looking to add at the red line, which is technically adding to a winner. Because my entry is the blue line, so given I'm adding a little bit below, that would technically be adding to a winner in a very, minimal way. Unless this thing just suckered me in with this beautiful candle here. $75 plus. Yeah, I'm not into Bitcoin much, so can't say that I track it on a daily basis like that. Okay. I just don't trust this NQ rally at all. Yeah, what is MNQ doing right now? Ooh, on the pullback here. I guess that makes sense why this is all of a sudden bouncing up here a little bit. Doggone it. It's kind of my line in the sand right there. I could add right there. Let's do that. Let's do that. Potentially a rejection here of, because we do have this area of resistance right here also. So I pretty much had two to choose from. I had this area of resistance and this one right here. And if it's going to come up and go through both of them, well, then it is what it is. How do I get the volume on the side? Here, and then Dave volume profile. Okay, again, I'm looking to add at the red line here if it wants to come down. Looking for a rejection. So right now, this area of resistance is holding strong, but no, it's not. All right, I'm out. Well, on the bright side, I'm glad I didn't add, and then it did all this. So it could have been worse. Hey, good morning, Alex. Man, it was looking so good right there, and then MNQ broke trend line. BC8. Why does that name look familiar? Let's see here. I mean, this here area here is not only this former support, former breakout area, it's also the 21 EMA. Oh, yeah. You're the guy that wouldn't give us a trade plan. When asked, what's your stop loss, you said it's a secret, which is like, okay. All right, yeah, you're that guy. Gotcha. All right, well, I don't know. To be fair, maybe you'll give us an actual trade plan today at some point. If not, then we'll just have to part ways. And there it bounces right off there. Well, I'm glad I did get out of oil because that thing just continues to grind. I'm on vacation, but I wish I was. Oh. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, think about you're crying because you're on vacation because vacation is holding you back from trading. I don't know. Is that like a healthy thing or an unhealthy thing? I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. Like, has trading become unhealthy when you cry about a vacation because this vacation does not allow you to trade? Again, I'm just thinking out loud but it does seem like there's some potential to say that's an unhealthy situation. Right, sort of like if you're in America, you're not working a third shift job and you're trading the London session. That seems like there's potentially some an unhealthy relationship there. Yeah. Again, I'm just talking out loud. I'm not saying. Well, I'm pretty convinced of my London theory. But the vacation, like, that's kind of wild. Oh, I'm on vacation in the Bahamas on my private jet and my yacht, but I can't trade. Huh? Baba. I mean, easy age. You can just are you trying to get like are you just going for the ban? Is that what you're attempting here? I mean, we can speed up this process. I mean, you just say Baba, like, okay. Again, you're already on thin ice. So if you're here to just be obnoxious again, if you could just let us know, that'd be great. You'll save us all a hassle. I'm calling out a stock bro. Okay, put him in timeout. So again, the guy is either trolling or he's a total. He's yeah. I mean, he's literally a moron. Because man, I've been watching you for 14 years. Okay, well then I would assume you would realize that we're day trading futures here. So to call out a stock again, I would assume he would understand makes no sense. So that's where I think, but I don't think he's a moron. I think he's just trolling. So there we go. Timeout. Moving on. Hey, Nam. And let's see, does Baba even doing anything? See, this is the thing. Like, imagine, again, this was me, Baba, to make any, like, even chance of decently worthwhile money. You need at least probably what? Like 100 shares? So 100 shares, and if each share is, $130, I mean, you need $13,000 for 100 shares. And then let's just say Baba goes from here and goes ba-boom all the way up there. That's like what? Maybe, let's say that's 130, 150. That's like a $2 move. Okay. So this ba-boom, like big move here, big candle, goes $2 per share. Okay. So we had 200 shares. So 200 shares times $2 per share. Or I'm sorry. No. We had 100 shares and it moved $2 per share. Whoa. $13,000 needed. You needed a big ba-boom type candle for $200. I'm telling you, Pete, like day trading stocks is like such a joke now compared to futures in a prop firm. Like it doesn't make any sense. That's the craziest thing ever. Like, but can you think about this movement here on like futures? Like that same exact ba-boom candle, which I don't know about right there. Like that's, I don't know, on a day like today, that's, we'll call it 30 points. 30 points, 1 NQ, so nothing huge, 1 NQ contract. That would be $600. For 1 NQ contract, which you could get with a prop firm for $90. So $90 gets you the opportunity at $600. Like the math in no way, shape, or form. Like it is, when you bring math to the table, day trading stocks is truly and mathematically provable stupid. Like it doesn't make any sense. Well, Clay, you traded stocks for 18 years. Yes. Therefore, the logical conclusion is I was an idiot for 18 years. Now, I'm exaggerating a little bit because micro futures were not always around. Prop firms were not always around. So, I mean, yes, but I definitely stood with stocks and options longer than I should have. Don't mix. Oh, okay. Ty. Again, we already have a Kyle here. I don't need another Kyle in my life. Hey, good morning, relax. To be fair, Maggie, you can make $2,000 in 11 seconds on stocks too. If you have enough leverage and you get a big enough move, that, to be fair, that is possible. But the problem becomes, the vast majority of people don't have that kind of leverage. Not to mention that kind of leverage can also crush you very, very, very quickly. Yeah, Clay, I went over the videos and talking about $200. Will I lose the account? No, just lose $200. So go to MNQ, do like 5 MNQs, and then just do this. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And then when you have to lose like maybe $20 more, go to like 1 MNQ and then buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And just let the commissions eat away at it all. I'm still bearish bias on this thing. This thing being oil. What is L? Sandlot. I'm pretty. I don't know why you haven't. What does L with the thumbs up mean? What does that mean, Sandlot? Okay, somebody did mention gold. What is gold up to? I have not. That was pretty crazy. Okay, that was some movement right there. Hey, JP. Go back to oil here. So we do have essentially an ascending triangle breakout. So, I mean, it could very realistically be the play of like a back test and go, right? Just a classic. There's the pattern. It's broken out from the pattern. Does it come down, back test, and then go? Gold was exciting. Yeah, Jamie, somebody mentioned earlier that gold had been moving really well. But I think they might have said, to be fair to them, I don't quite remember. Maybe they were saying just like last night. Prop firms aside, futures are just large leverage positions. Well, yeah, Stagger. That's why my strategy does not set prop firms aside, because prop firms are a vital piece of that. That's why I would never tell a beginner to go trade futures, because of that point right there. Yeah, that's a good way to just get absolutely crushed. Pam's plant, my argument for day trading, is to day trade futures through a prop firm for that very reason right there. So yes, no, I am not willing to set prop firms aside. But for that reason. So you are correct, Stagger. You are absolutely correct. There is a ton of leverage. Hence why I put on the contingency futures through a prop firm. Especially for a beginner. Hey, Kron. And oil just continues to kind of laugh in my face. That's still just... Ugh. I got to keep a positive attitude. I was trying to add. So at least it didn't come down here, fill me for my additional movement, and then go up. That would have been so much worse. Am short Tesla. Let's go. I've seen this name before, so I'm trying to... Are they a troll? They might be just trying to rage bait right now. I don't know. Hopefully they don't mean that from the person short Tesla QQ in a video. Hopefully you don't mean that from a day trading standpoint. Because as I literally just showed the math like 10 minutes ago about how it quite literally makes no sense to be day trading stocks. Hey, nice job, Trader Alex. Looking good. Sounds good, Maggie. Who's in the bathroom? Hello? Just give me a second. Who's in the bathroom? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Jet playing with the toothbrush. All right, never mind. I heard toothpaste or toothbrush going. I was like, and then I did not get a response. So I was like, uh-oh, is that Jet, who was our youngest, who is not qualified to be using a toothbrush like that? But it was my older son who is qualified. So I didn't know if Jed had escaped up here and he's experimenting with things, and toothpaste is all over the place or something. Anyways, never mind. No, no toilet. No, just the electric toothbrush there. Missed my message, but use your code. Oh, thank you, newbie. Yeah, I did miss it. Thank you very much, sir. Man. I mean, a very nice bull flag, bull pennant, whatever you want to call this. It's just still in an overall downtrend. So that's where I have these trust issues. Looks like that algorithm hiding your channel for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I really... I don't know. What, did it not tell you that I went live? I tried using code Clay. It's not working. Did you do all caps? It's got to be, yeah, all caps code Clay, not lowercase. Thank you, by the way, for... Oh, now you're going down. Yeah, right. So, okay, there we go. So I was starting to think of, I don't know, do I take a swing at the bull flag? Nope, that would have been a stop out. Okay, here we go, maybe on a short. Now, if this thing snaps straight back up, it's not going to be pleasant for me. Now, if it wants to come up a little bit, that's fine with the back test. Come up a little bit more. Did I miss it?
Order filled.
Okay, I'm in. Let's see if this is just a back test and if we can continue with this momentum. Look at that. Went out right off that tread line again. Come on, get down through the tread line this time. Let's go. Come on, at least hit that first target. Come on. There we go. Very good. Keep coming down. Keep coming. There we go, brother. Okay, let's make sure this is a winning trade. Keep coming down, brother. Keep coming down. Let's hit this next target. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Don't stop me out. Just keep coming down. Keep bleeding. Keep bleeding. Come on. Come on, carry me home to the place I belong. Hopefully not in a van down by the river. Come on. Come on. You got so close. All right, stopped out there. There we go. All right. Wow. So anybody that was, again, I'm not calling anybody crazy for playing that bull flag, bull pennant. I gave my reasons for why I was skeptical. But man, that just shows how quickly things can disappear. Anybody that was playing the bull flag, bull pennant that got undisciplined there, I guess really all I can say is code Clay. Code Clay. All caps. Interesting, dumb money. Yeah, I don't know. Where you see the news. Was there news? Oh, news out. Trump says the Iran talks could be happening over the next 2 days in Pakistan. Okay. So notice, did everybody see how I traded the news without even realizing I was trading the news? That's why I love the chart. That's why my argument is the chart is the best news source. Hey, Wayne. I'm short MNQ. Uh-oh. Wasn't MNQ going up? Uh-oh. Where did you get short at? Go, Brian. Went up. Went from up 100 to down 900 and now up. Wow. Rookie's on a roller coaster today. Oh, okay. You just got in. Okay. Whew. Yeah, good. So you're not short from like right here. Okay. All right. I think yeah, I'll get rid of these lines now. I think they, as far as I'm concerned, they've all served their purpose for now. How long does it take to receive an account? It should be pretty quickly, Mary. I will say this, though. It's been a while since I ever had my first account. I mean, like well over a year ago. Almost 2 years ago. So I'd be lying if not to mention lots can change. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think it's going to be pretty quick though. But for anybody that has maybe more so recently just signed up for their first ever account with Take Profit Trader, if you can help Mary there in terms of how long does it take for them to get everything kind of in place, let her know. No, you can only blow up 10. You can have as many as you want, but they're only going to let you cook 10 in a 30-day period. Which I don't really talk that much about because that's actually a really good problem to have. Because if you're cooking 10 pro accounts within a 30-day window, that is also implied you have passed 10 accounts within a 30-day period. So it's like, that's a good issue to have. I think a lot of people would like to have that issue. Geez, I wish I could pass that many. It shouldn't take too long though, Mary. Right, yeah. You can only cook 10. 10 pros per 30 days. Hey, Eddie, good morning. Wow, okay, MNQ. Uh-oh. Whoever got short, who was that? I think that was Kat. You all right, Kat? Hey, Azar. So, market's grinding higher. Oil, yeah, it had its plunge, but it's not like it's continuing to grind. So that's where there does still seem to continue to be that disconnect between the overall market and then oil itself. You got out. Good job. Dang. Well, we're at one of those situations where to go long right now seems like a total chase. To go short right now seems like you're stepping in front of like a slow and steady train. Right here, JJ. The bar countdown timer, you click on that, and then bar countdown settings right there. All right, this is risky because I am going against trend, but like, I mean, seriously, I think I can get at least a little scalpy scalp here.
Stop field.
I think. I hope. Please. Or not. Gonna add some more if it comes back down here. Come on. Come on. Okay, I did add. Come on now. Keep coming down. Oh, beautiful candle. Oh, I couldn't ask for anything better. Deliver for me now. Come on. Come on. Come on, brother. Oh, my goodness. You strong little bugger. Come on. Come on. Come on. Dude. Come on. All right, took 5 out there. So back to my original position size. Still could be a losing trade, by the way. But man, this thing is seeming pretty darn strong. All right, yeah. Seeing that, I'm hopping out. That is such a good candle. It still may come down, but after that big of a move up and that beautiful of a candle, and like that's the extent it could drop. Again, it might still go. It very well still could go, but like in my mind, it definitely should have happened. Even now, still putzing around like it is right now. It's like, okay. I think there's quite a bit of underlying strength in there. Yeah, exactly. Like BR. Yeah, it seems like the Bulls still hanging around in there. Hello, Pius. Now, if you're still in short, I'm not saying you're wrong at all. You may be saying, Clay, I agreed that was a great entry. I agreed to get short, but because I'm an independent thinker, Clay, I disagree on your timing. I don't think you gave it enough time. And you know what? I love that because it shows that you're thinking for yourself, and it shows we can be adults and agree to disagree. And you know what? You may very well be right. To be fair, I might be right. I might have played that, from a timing standpoint, but I guess hindsight we'll see. But at the end of the day, somebody that's maybe still in right now, that just shows independent thinking, and I love it. What broker do I use? What country are you in? Your name looks like it could be a situation where my answer may not be applicable to you. See? Doggone it. So for the people that were looking for more of a move, I'm assuming their stops up over that white line somewhere. So I guess to be fair to them, they're still in. But yeah, obviously, especially at this point, I feel very well about how I played it. But again, if you're about to get stopped out on the short side, you know what? Good on you. You had a thought. You gave it a chance to roll over, and as of right now, it's looking like it might be doing you dirty here. Like I said, I'm assuming those people they're not stopped out yet. They're Nigeria. Yeah. My answer to you would not be applicable because what I'm doing is it's not open in Nigeria. Okay, I'm assuming now. Depending on how tight the stop is, some people may still be in there. I don't know how far up above the highs they were, but yeah. In hindsight, I played that one right. But also, to be fair, there have been plenty of times over the history of the live stream where I chose wrong, and I'm like, well, I should have stayed in. But in that situation, there we go. That is wild, though. I mean, such a beautiful candle after a big old move, and that's all it could do? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. And again, at the same time, oil is really not doing a whole lot. So the disconnect is, it truly seems kind of be there and quite a bit. I am still short biased, as crazy as that seems, just because you would got to think. Now, remember, you got to think, like, red will show up here eventually, right? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're at 20 minutes plus, looking like we're going to get about 25 minutes plus now of just green. Yeah, but Clay, it could keep getting green. You're absolutely right. That's why stop losses exist. But yeah, to get long anywhere right now seems like a chase for me. Oh, no. Okay, so what I'm thinking about right now are the shorts, where I'm assuming now anybody that was short and looking for a bigger move over, this movement here stopped them out. So if this thing all of a sudden comes back down, we're going to have some, that's like tilt-inducing stuff right there. Why is market so bullish? Well, the factual answer is there's just more buyers and sellers out there right now. But I understand that what you're actually asking is, okay, yes, but like, why are there more buyers and sellers? And nobody ultimately knows that. Like, take a guess. But yes, why are there more buyers and sellers? Sounds like there was news about another round of talks, I think. I'm close to going on tilt. I've been struggling to get any drawdown back for the past week. Yeah, Pam, be careful. Be careful. Good on you that you are acknowledging that you're close to going on tilt. But if tilt kicks in, then at least for me, part of my tilt is this: I don't care. So at that point, it becomes very difficult because you're like, I'm on tilt. I need to stop. I'm about to lose all my money, or I'm about to cook this account, and then those 3 words show up that I don't care. So that I'm not saying that everybody experiences the same form of tilt, but my flavor of tilt contains those 3 words. I don't care. Anybody else have those? Does anybody else have that flavor of tilt where the I don't care voice shows up? Hey, Barson, give me a 5. Anybody else, or am I alone on that one? Hey, Matthew. Hopefully there's at least one other person that has that flavor so I don't feel crazy. Okay, Kevin, Brad, Ryan, DJ. All right. Hoover. Okay, so I'm not totally crazy. That's good. Only a little crazy. So if the price comes up here and hits this white line and then starts to come back down, I'll look to take another swing at it short. Okay, here we go. Here we go. No, that's close enough. Does it really have to hit the white line? No. There we go. All right. So if I get filled, if that red line turns blue, then I'm throwing my stop up there, and we'll see if, again, the 5 minute has got to be giving us a red candle at some point, right? Now, if this green candle comes up through my green line right there, then I'll have to reassess the current. Ooh. I like this even. Okay. Come on. Hit that white line. Then I can put my, yes. Oh, here we go. Tight stop now. Am I in? I'm in. Here we go. Such a tight risk profile. I love it. Either it's gonna reject back off or it's not, but very tight risk profile. Come on down. Come on. Come on. Now, anything below here would just be gravy on the cake. Come on, hit that first target at least. All right, I want this to be at least a winning trade now. It's a winning trade now no matter what, but I want to see this move continue to come down because I am going counter trend, but come on. At least hit that first target. Come on, push down.
Stop field.
No. All right. So, like I said, basically break-even trade, small green. Okay, Sandlot Squints. This is the last time I ask, or else I think you might just be a bot. Because I've already asked you this once, and you like literally keep doing the same thing. L thumbs up. What does that mean? So again, if you don't reply here, I'm going to have to assume that you are just a bot. And we'll just, well, do what we do to bots. Ban them. Hey, Clay, you blocked my account, and I want to be back. What was your account? Who were you previously? And why did I block your account? Okay, okay. What does L thumbs up mean, Sandlot? That's why I think you are a bot. Because I'm asking you something and you don't answer it. You just keep saying the same thing over. So either a bot or a troll at this point. Abe Luis 09. I don't remember that one. I don't know how to unblock people, but you can just stay here under this name. Your mods banned my main account instead of Sandlot. Wait, really? But yeah, Sandlot wasn't supposed to be banned. Andy Bell is my username. I don't recognize an Andy Bell. I don't remember an Andy Bell ever being, in your words, stupid. Blue 1K profit shorting. Bummer. Yeah, this is a move where, I mean, you got to be using a scalpel for this sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to unban people. Like names. Do any of you mods know how to do that, or is that something I have to do? Oh, you're Barson? Oh, yeah, you totally should not have been. Freaking mods. All right, maybe I might have to just handle it here, because this open season stuff, you guys get too competitive, and then you literally start, like, misclicking. So we might have to put an end of the open season stuff. Yeah, sorry, Barson. I don't know how to go back and to do that. Hey, Timbo. Yeah, I will take blame for creating too competitive of an environment, which is causing misclicks now. Yeah, sorry about that, Barson. That was definitely not you. So from here on out, I'm just gonna do the bans and the timeouts. Hey, if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting the like button, that'd be great. We are 7 away from 100. Can we take a peep at oil? No, there we go. I'm still more so interested right now in MNQ. They were, Twinkie hungry, exactly. Oh, that sounds like a lot of work. My account Google block list. No, no, that's not it, because I'm here now. No users currently blocked. Nope. So that's not it. What do I think of a new PDT rule change? Irrelevant. Because stocks are just garbage compared to futures. Futures move so much better than stocks. No, James, I don't know how to do that. So you can just use this one. All right. Let's see. I mean, you still have to have 25K for margin. Oh, really, Judd? Really? So if you have $2,000, that means you can still day trade as much as you want. However, you only have $2,000? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's true too, Sam. I mean, we're just operating on the assumption it'll go through. But for a point of discussion, we'll just assume it does go through. The 25K rule still applies. And formally approval and sets an effective date. Oh, right. Until, whoa, okay. Now we're, okay. Morning, Cam. All right, we got quite the spike up here. Hey, good job, Barson. Congrats. All right. Well, this is what time is? Okay, so that wasn't like a predetermined or at least I don't think it was because that happened at 11:43. Usually they don't schedule any sort of announcements at 11:43. Okay, rather than a fixed one, if I get a new rule, focus on a risk-sensitive intraday margin framework. Okay, it's not totally straightforward there, Judd. I'm already starting to get confused. You ever build short positions when the market? Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I'm on a 2 minute time frame, so I'm not like building a position based off some swing trade thing. So if you want full margin, you need 25,000. Okay, okay. So it is not black. Okay, so yeah. But I get it. Even if it were, let's just say, like the most easy to understand thing to do, it's still, in my mind, is irrelevant because futures just move better than stocks. They just move better. And that include, well, have you not seen low float, small caps? Yeah, those things are garbage. Garbage compared to futures. And the math backs it up. Did PPI move market earlier? Very, very lightly. Very lightly. Oh boy. I might get slapped in the face here, but I'm going to try a short here. And if it, I mean, we're right at this high. Oh, okay, I'm short. Come on. Smack down. Smack back down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Trying to debate if I add some more at the blue line here, but that might be me getting a little too fancy. I mean, is this thing really going to eat through this entire upper shadow without at least a little bit of a pullback? Always possible. Does not seem likely, though. This 5 minute is just like you dumb shorts. You don't think we can keep having green candles, but oh, we can. Look at the 5 minute, just green candle after green candle after green candle, upper shadow after upper shadow that ultimately gets eaten up. Come on. Come on. I am short. Blue line is my entry. Come on. I think I have to. I have to add. I'm sorry. I have to. If I can get filled there, that'd be looking very spicy. But I do need to put my line in the sand up here. So there's my stop. So I'm looking to add at the red line short. Stop is at the green line. All right, I'm going to move my point up here now. And I am stopped out. Wow. It just don't care. It don't care. It does not. Look at this 5 minute. Like I said, it's laughing at me as a short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I know it's been 35 minutes of green, but you know what? We're going to make it 40 minutes of green. Okay. Okay. Hey, Robbie. Good to see you. Clay, just trade the trend. The trend is your friend. Okay, I know. If anybody could give me how do I trade the trend? If you could give me where I'm supposed to buy, where I'm supposed to put my stop and a target, I will consider. Because I'm dented, I'm trying another short there. This is getting stupid. You got to pull back a little bit. The green trade is NQ. There was news about, I guess, more talks going to take place. There is no friend in trading. Yeah. Wish I bought about 10:05. Yeah, no kidding. We are officially at 40 minutes straight of green on the 5-minute. That was candle number 8 that just finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 40 minutes straight. Because SPY is not futures. Day trading SPY, whether that's SPY itself or options of SPY, don't make any mathematical sense. No, I don't have Pro Plus accounts. Market knows a great deal about to happen. Oh, I just like the way NQ MNQ moves better compared to the ES. But there's nothing wrong if you like MES, if you like ES, okay. I don't have any problem. Now, if you're trading orange juice, it's okay, I'm not quite sure orange juice has a lot of volume where you can get nice smooth chart patterns. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. How am I supposed to go long? How do you get long here? Will you press the button long? Okay, yes, touche. But that's not the essence of what I'm asking. Just blew your test account. I'm looking at the 5-minute. It's just 5-minute no longer it's red was just outlawed. It is illegal to have red candles now on the 5-minute time frame. I have a model to trade this. Yeah, I have a model too. Just close your eyes and press buttons. Been burned 5 times. Yeah, same. Well, I don't know about 5 times, but that was my one winning trade on the short. Okay, that was a small winning trade on the short. And then I think Did I have a lot? No, I don't think but right there was, yeah. Oh, no, okay, what it was, I was trying to get short here again, thankfully, so I can't really play the victim card, because I was trying to get short there, so at least the market didn't fill me and then punch me in the face, so that was good. But I did try to short again here, but again, because I waited for confirmation and didn't get it, it did help me avoid what would have been another losing short. Why shorts? Look at the 5-minute. E. Sharpton. This is why. This is not anywhere close to the norm. This many green candles in a row is not the norm. The norm is at least some kind of pullback along the way. And from a short standpoint, those pullbacks can be very, very nice. Clay, why are you fighting the tape? Okay, Big Stick, then give me a trade plan of how you would do it to not fight the tape right now. Okay, how should I do that? And another question to think about, Big Stick. Let's say that this short right here would have worked out and it came down here. And then, maybe it did that. But I would have locked in that gain. Would you be asking that question? Wait for a pullback to long. Wait for a pullback to long. Okay. Okay. See, this is where we just have words. Okay, Big Stick. Could you define that? Wait for a pullback to long. Okay, well, what do you define as a pullback? Is that 1 point or is that 2 points? Is that 3 points? Right? So if you actually give us numbers, then we will know how you define a pullback. Wait for a pullback to long. Yeah, no. All right, what's next? You're going to tell me to buy the bottom? Just buy the bottom, Clay, and sell the top, idiot. No, just give us numbers. How would you do it? Give us actual numbers, Big Stick. Give us an entry point as a number, a stop loss as a number, and a target as a number. That way, we can see how you define everything. So for example, if you say you're buying right there, well, at least we now know that this is how you define a pullback. You define a pullback is right here. Cool. Yeah, that's exactly. Like Big Stick calls up his broker and his broker's like, okay, what orders would you like us to submit? Just wait for a pullback and long. Your broker would be like, yeah, well, that doesn't mean anything actually. Can you give us some numbers, please? No, I'm waiting, Big Stick. Are you going to give us a trade plan? Or do we need to throw it in timeout for a little bit? By the way, I really wish YouTube didn't call it timeout because it does. It makes everything sound so childish. Like, we got to put you in timeout. But that's literally like what the function is called on YouTube. Okay, so Big Stick cannot do that. I could have sworn Big Stick used to like be a good like normal person. Now he's gone into like total. I don't know what happened. Maybe I have you confused with somebody else. I thought you were actually. I don't know. I don't know what happened. We see it. We have that sometimes. People that are just like normal good posters like revert back to like being. I don't even know. Okay, there's actually two ways to play that situation. One, wait for a color train to enter on a new 2-minute candle. Okay. Well, I personally like black and white motorcycles, but if you want to wait for a color train, that's cool. But I'm going to wait for my black and white motorcycle. Isn't it truly amazing, though, all kidding aside, how powerful the three numbers are? Bare minimum 2, entry and stop loss. Because those force people to actually have to define their terms. But when you use, like when you behave like some of these people are behaving, I don't know if they're doing it intentionally, but like nothing is defined. Like they can't actually be wrong. You asked how would you have entered, and I gave you the answer. No. See, you didn't give me an answer, though. That's the thing. You gave me words. But if you would just give us numbers, then that's very easy to see. So if you want to try again with 3 numbers, entry as a number, a stop loss as a number, and a target as a number, then we can all see exactly what you mean by a color train. But until then, you are just literally flapping your lips and saying stuff. You might as well just tell me to buy low and sell high. What? Yeah. I don't know. I guess, well, it's still like the one guy who would not give me numbers. He's like, well, I trade concepts. And I'm like, imagine calling your broker. And your brokers are like, all right, sir, where would you like to buy? Listen, I trade concepts. Sir, that's fantastic, but we're going to actually need a number. Where would you like to buy? Listen, I trade concepts. Sir, I don't care. Where do you want to buy, right? But I will say, you do have the chance to sound cool when you're like, I'm waiting for a color train. I don't even know what that means, but like, that sounded kind of cool. But yeah, unfortunately, numbers will force you to be held accountable. Which is why Big Stick and this Canute guy have apparently gone silent. Wait, I got to actually provide numbers? I can't just say stuff? Yeah. Yeah, finally a bit of a pullback. So it looks like the 5-minute streak is over. Color change was a term. No, I'm pretty sure they said color train. I might be wrong, though, because color train sounded crazy. It did. Did I really misread that? No, I could have sworn I saw color train. Yeah, right here. Clay, there's actually 2 ways to play that situation. One, wait for a color train to enter on a new 2-minute candle. Okay, well, Canute, what you're not saying is numbers. So that's what you're not doing. So are you able to do that though? Can you give us numbers? Or do you just like to say stuff? No, see, that's what you did not say, Canute. See, now you're gaslighting, brother. See, this is why, people are like, this guy just bans people. Well, no, I don't ban people for no reason. But like, don't pee on our legs and tell us it's raining. Now, clearly this was a typo, but don't tell me you didn't say, Clay, there's actually two ways to play the situation. One, wait for a color train. Train. But this is all deflecting. I'm giving this guy a red herring. How will you ask how I would enter the trade? Why do I got to give you numbers if... Hey, gaming expert. All right. Well, I'm going to try to trade the trend. We've now got a pullback, so let's see if we can get some sort of formation down here. I'd like to see the 21 EMA catch up a little bit more. It still feels maybe a little overextended, but not nearly like it did up here. Matter of fact, I can give you numbers. Well, we would love to see some numbers. We would love to see some numbers. Could we see some numbers? I'm trying to show compassion to your fingers. You don't have to type up multiple paragraph answers. You just got to give us 3 numbers. I am the compassionate one in this situation. Some people, I think they type just because they liked it, like they're in a typing class. And like, okay, you have to type at least 18 paragraphs here to pass the test. You don't. Just give us some numbers. Talking about... Oil is actually at a pretty interesting spot. Basically a double bottom. Not basically. I mean, look at that. Beautiful. Doggone it. I missed that. If you guys follow the live stream, you guys know I don't mind myself trying to take a swing at a double bottom from time to time. So I don't think it's unrealistic to think I could have maybe tried that. Okay. Okay. Right. Canute, this is the final time. I can't tell if you're just like, I don't know, maybe 11 years old, so your brain is still developing, or you're just trolling. The best way you could have helped me out is to have just given me numbers, not just saying stuff, because that doesn't mean anything. What you did is the equivalent of saying, Clay, just wait for the pullback and go long. That doesn't actually mean anything, right? So either you're not intellectually capable to understand that, or you're just trolling, okay? But let's just set that aside. You said you can give numbers. Great. We are all looking forward to seeing some actual numbers from you. Look at Mintmont. This is all we're asking for. To big stick and then Canute. Right here. That's all we're asking for. Look, short. He gave us an entry. He gave us a stop. He gave us a target. And you know what? If he's wrong and he gets stopped out, I will do nothing but applaud him, because at least he had the courage to give numbers and not flap his lips. Okay, Canute, this is your final warning. Are you going to give numbers or not? I know. Some of you, I am driving nuts. Clay, just ban this guy. I know. But this also illustrates how I can never win. Because if I were to ban him now, other people would stay up and be like, what a jerk. Why are you just banning people? You didn't even give them a chance. It's just like, I can never win. But this is the final chance, Canute. Either numbers or you're gone. Okay, I'm trying to short here, though. Trying to play the double top. I'm just, I realize it had 3 rejections here, but I'm just clumping this all together as top number 1. You do respond to hate or ignorance a lot. Well, yes. I would argue the hate thing, okay, maybe I should just, but like the ignorance, I argue the compassionate thing to do is to at least try to help an ignorant person out. Now, if they want to remain ignorant, then at some point you got to just move on from it. But of course I'm gonna reply to somebody that's being ignorant. I genuinely would like to try to help out somebody ignorant. I mean, I am ignorant of things, right? When I got into bow hunting, I was ignorant of bow hunting. I'm glad people are not like, well, you're just ignorant, I'm not going to help you out. So yes, I do reply to people that are ignorant. Just like I would hope somebody would have replied to me if I, was ignorant on something. You might be the meanest person here, TA. Like, you'll never help anybody in your life. Holy smokes. Like, you're a savage. You might be the meanest person I've ever come across. Your borderline is, oh, you're ignorant of something? No, I'm not going to reply. Nope. Dang, you were mean. You're a meanie head. Okay, well, what is ignorant? Maybe I don't understand the right definition of ignorant. I thought ignorant is like not knowing. Yes. Yeah. Lacking knowledge or awareness in general. Uneducated or unsufficient. Yes, exactly. So my definition fully holds up. Holy smokes, TA. Now you're also, not only are you a meanie head, you just are one of these people that are going to just argue for the sake of arguing. Even you're trying to redefine basic words such as ignorant. Oh, buddy. This is rough. Yeah, dude is ignorant about what ignorant meant. So yes, that's why I am addressing you. I argue I'm the nice person here. I just helped you realize that you are ignorant of what ignorant means. Yes, you were. All right, I will look for a long down here, though. So looking for a long at the green line. Yeah, and some things, ignorance is bliss. Like, if I'm going to have a surgery done on me, do I really want to know? No, just do it. Would that still count as a rejection of the level? I don't know what you're talking about. Would that still count? Would what count? And then I don't know what level you're talking about. Hey, good morning, I'm trolling. Ignorant. So we got the bull pennant. So that's really kind of the question right now that some people are going to have to decide, myself included. Does it get a breakout through? Oh, hey, Andy the Greek. Thank you, Andy. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. Not required, but I'll take it. Thank you. Very, very kind gesture. I appreciate it. If $9.99 gets taken out, or $8.99, I will put a 10-point stop to trade back down to 8. If $8.99 gets taken out, I will put 10-point stop to trade back down. Okay. So your entry point is $8.99. And then your stop would then be $9.09. Am I understanding that right? Yeah, it looks like he's just trying to play a double top, which I was thinking about doing earlier. Okay, well, here's my point, Canute. Above the new high, that doesn't mean anything. How do you define above? Is that 1 point above, 2 point, 3 points? Where if you just gave us a number, we would know how you define above. So for the last time, could you just give us numbers? Above does not mean anything. Nobody knows how you personally define above. We could ask 100 traders. If I said to put a stop above 100, we could in theory get 100 different answers. Somebody might say $100 and a penny. Somebody else may say $100.25. Somebody else may say 101. Okay. This is the last time. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Your entry point is $8.99. Your entry point is $8.99. Your stop, if it's 10 points above, is $9.09. And your target is $8.72. Is that correct? Okay, so that's okay, your entry is 909. Your entry is 909. Okay, so you have still failed to do the assignment. Where's your stop at then? So your entry is 909. Okay, fine. Where's your stop at? Are these people real? Let me check. This dude is are people seriously this? Like, what is going on right now? Oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe I am getting rage baited at this point. I think I might be. Like, I can't think of anything else. Surely nobody is this dented. I think I am being played like a fiddle right now from a rage baiter. Okay, Canute, this is your final chance. And then you are banned. Your next message needs to have 3 numbers. Number 1, put in E for entry and then give a number. Number 2, SL for stop loss, then give a number. And then TP for another number for target price. If you cannot answer with those 3 numbers, I am banning you. Because I am pretty sure you are playing me like a fiddle right now with all this rage bait. I think I am being played like a fiddle. So this will confirm or not if you have played me like a fiddle. If you cannot answer as I just described. Because I refuse to believe that anybody is actually this dented in the mind. So the only logical conclusion for me is I am being played like a fiddle by a rage baiter. Okay, somebody throw T.A. Pooster in timeout. Discussion wasn't about any... Okay, ban him. All right, I'm banning him. See ya. Holy smokes. He just played me like a fiddle. Dude just played me like a fiddle. No way anybody is that dented. No way. All right, moving on. And then that TA guy, that guy's a dent too. He needs to rethink about. He's not banned. We'll throw him in timeout in the penalty box for 30 minutes. See if he wants to just not be so obnoxious. Clay, he has never traded before. Yeah, like I said, no. I know. I just conceded. I just got played like a fiddle. I'm sorry. I apologize to all of you that recognized that way earlier. Sorry. I'm trying to get better at it when I'm trying to. That's something as a live streamer. Anything in life, we're always trying to get better at certain things. That is one thing within the live streaming category. I'm still trying to get better at realizing when I'm being played like a fiddle by a rage baiter. So I'm working on it. That's all I can really say. Were you ever a middle school teacher? I was not. All right, I'm going for a long down here. At the green line, looking to get long. Well, you could be. I do like to teach. I do like to teach. It went very well, Todd. The kids, I had our oldest who's 13 down to our 5-year-old, and they all, for the most part, did a great job. And then, I had to exert some pressure because in real life, there are pressure. You need to deal with pressure. So I'd say if you mess up, you got to do take a pretty big lap. But they all had to eventually do some laps. But overall, they handled the pressure well. Then I would make them run to get tired. And then they had to perform while being tired, while also still at the threat of, now if I screw up, I got to go do the thing that just made me tired again. And they did great. I was very proud of them. And they never once complained. Not even my little 5-year-old. She was, bless her heart. Well, some of you know Kit. You've met Kit Trader. Yeah, Kit did a great job. But they all did very well.
Yeah, Kit's 4.
Oh, Kit's 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Kit's 4. Thank you, Dot. Dot hit some dingers. But thank you for asking, Todd. It went well. They want to do it again. So I think that's a good sign. And then at the end, we all put our hands in the circle. I was like, all right, pain on 3. 1, 2, 3, pain. Because that's what it's about. If you're not getting any pain while you're out practicing sports, you're not doing it right. Because sports is not, and there's, hopefully you're drawing the parallels to trading. Sports is not all fun and nice and rainbows and butterflies and sweet old little ladies on motorized carts. No, I do not, Big Stick. I've actually lost quite a bit of respect for you. If I may speak brutally honest, I don't know what happened to you today, but you totally went into baboon mode. You can redeem yourself, though, to actually give some trade plans with numbers. I mean, I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody. But I mean, if you're forcing me into the corner of being brutally honest, did I lose a little respect for you? Yeah. Like I said, if you give me numbers and you are wrong, I don't care. I respect you because that actually takes courage to step into the arena and use numbers because now you can be held accountable. If you don't do that, then yes, there is very minimal amounts of respect. Trade plant is not touching this NASDAQ anymore today. Well, Mustafa, if that's what you think is the best for your strategy, then I can respect that. So you're not a big participation. I am not. No, that is the meanest thing you can do to anybody. If you did not do well, that's okay. We can get better, but you're not going to get a trophy for not doing well. Hey, congrats, Mike. First prop firm payout ever. That is fantastic. Good job, man. Big congrats. Good stuff. Ooh, oil is back down at that level, isn't it? Thank you. Good looking out. Ooh, look at that hammer. All right, I have to try a long down here if it comes back down. So somebody give me a heads up if it's looking like it's starting to come down to this region because I'm going to try. So right there, look at Oliver. I have nothing but respect for that person. Even if that trade plan turns out to be wrong, the mere fact he stepped into the arena is nothing but my respect. I think some people don't do it because maybe the internet, social media has them thinking, well, if I give a trade plan and then it turns out to be wrong, I'm going to get laughed at and persecuted. Now, that still may happen to you here. I can't guarantee that. But what I can guarantee is anybody that does make fun of you or persecute you for being wrong will be banned immediately. Because that is Bush League. Because at least you had enough courage to step into the arena. But I don't know. I think that's why some people maybe are scared to do it. Because they're so used to thinking the result will be being made. No, not around here you're not. Around here you are respected. Yeah, like you, Sandlot Squints. I'm throwing you in timeout because you also never give numbers. You're so bad that I don't even know if you're a real person or not. That's how weird you are, Sandlot Squints. I literally don't know if you're like a experimental AI bot that's kind of needs some kinks worked out, or if you're a real human. For my sanity's sake, I'm just going to tell myself that you are an AI bot in the works that like is, I don't know, like an 8th grade science experiment. You're like my dad, who is also an engineer. Well, I like your dad. And that, by the way, that is a trick for anybody. Like, if you see someone on social media, like, doing it, like, annotating all this stuff, at the end of the day, you just have to ask them, okay, but, like, how would you use all these annotations to put together a trade plan? Could you give me an entry, a stop, and a target? And if they, like, just throw more words at you or more annotations without actually doing that, that's a red flag. Like, I could make this chart look awesome. Like, I could start drawing all this stuff, using all this big terminology. But for you, you'd be completely practical to say, well, yeah, I see all that, but like, okay, now how do you implement that though? Like, what would your trade plan actually be? Oil dropping? Okay, thank you. Yes, that's where I want it. Uh-oh, did I miss it? I did. Crap. I'll still take a swing at it. Buy. All right. Okay, there we go. Looking to get long at the green line. Stop is the red. It's bounced from here before. There. Let's see if we can get up. I might already miss this bounce. I'm going to come down a little bit more now. Okay. Looking for a long at the green line. Looks like you would have been stopped out on his 8.99 short. No, I don't even know what the trade plan was. That's the crazy thing, BMR. Like, he didn't give it, like... Yeah, who knows? That's just what's so frustrating. It's like, maybe he would have been stopped out, but he didn't give us a full trade plan, so we don't even know. And if he'd been stopped out, that's okay. And I think this thing is either going to, like, spike down and take me out, or I might get a very nice, like, fill and then spike right back in my direction, but... Okay, I am close to being filled. Trying to get filled. Trying to get long. I know. This looks better over here, though. See, this is why I'm having flashbacks to the stock days. This is why I hated stocks. I don't know which one to go with now. And that's why I think futures are a great thing. Had I never been distracted to look at oil or gold, then I'd be laser focused on MNQ and I would not be going through this back and forth battle. This is the one downside that I do not like when I'm starting to look at multiple things. For me, this was always a downside in stocks, right? For me, okay, I'm trying to track 5 stocks. And then you miss out on trades because you pursue, okay, well, we'll focus on this one instead. And then you choose, it's just, yeah. Sometimes I'm like, I need to just go back to focusing on just the MNQ or NQ. That's it. He said 10-point stop. Okay, so this person has been here before. Let's see. I'm guessing based on their name, they just created their name today. Oh, I apparently am wrong. Okay, I don't know. Your name's got me a little suspicious. But no, you created, okay, you've been around, unless you just changed your name. I don't know. But that account's been around since 2020. Okay. So perhaps I'm wrong. Look, yeah, what am I supposed to do with any of this stuff? I know it's going to make me sound stupid, but I was thinking short, and once again, I would have had a losing trade. No, all right, like I said, your name had me suspicious for a second. I mean, look at your name, but okay. I'm in 899 NQ. I don't know where to set a good stop. Okay, well, for future trades, Lambat Tattoo, that'd be something that is good to know before you get into a trade. Hey, Black Sheep. I've decided I like range days. Okay. Hey, Skeletor. I will look to get long at that green line. Anyone know what the expected move is? Isn't that just in options? Honest question. Is there such thing as an do futures have expected moves? These highs are, yeah. Today is not a good day to, even this right here. That right here would have me definitely thinking short. And now if it was a scalpy scalp, maybe I would have been okay. But anything further, you know, there's at least one short in the world that got suckered in on that and now just got stopped out. Very tricky day to be bearish bias, which I have been. On their options, you can calculate it. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense, Todd. Right, yeah, because there are options for futures, aren't there? That makes sense. Okay, so what do we do with oil? All right, let me cancel this out. Are we about to get a dump down through this area? I mean, look at the 5-minute here on oil. Like dump here, next target, that pivot point down at about 91.60. Look at this. Look at this. If it breaks, is it going to release the Kraken? Is Smithers going to release the Hounds? Oh, I guess here we go. Have the Hounds been released? I'm sorry, not Smithers, Mr. Burns. Is Mr. Burns going to tell Smithers to release the Hounds here? I was down 350 from shorting this morning and maybe... Hey, well, at least you got it back, Britt. Good job. Did it? Yeah. Not a crazy trade plan at all there. I mean, heck, I was thinking the same thing you were, Cam, about potentially a long. Hey. No. You were put on timeout because you were not listening to what I was saying. And I could tell you were not listening to what I was saying because I quite literally repeated the same thing, like the same hypothetical twice to illustrate my point. And then you came back and said the same thing that made it abundantly clear you did not listen to my hypothetical, which revealed to me you were not actually trying to have a discussion. You were just flip-flapping. So no, there is zero mistake put behind that. Which I remember vividly well because 90% of the time, lactic acid law, like you're just like, again, you're one of those, you like pulled a big stick on me. Like big stick today. Usually like just a fine person. Like fine poster. And then all of a sudden they go off the deep end. And you went off the deep end yesterday. So no, I vividly remember that because it was so confusing. Like what is going on with lactic acid law? But anyways, yeah, that was yesterday. Today is a new day. We all have our days where, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe something happened and you were a little just more edgy yesterday. I've been there too. So, a new day. But yeah, for the record, there was zero mistake in what happened yesterday. That was a little correction there. Good afternoon, traders. Finally got to join for a few. All right, Jamie, good to see you. I'll be back tomorrow maybe. All right, well, thank you for swinging by. Appreciate it. And we are just in one of these, I don't know. Okay, well, maybe big man Rory. Maybe that has something to do with your TV. Because I definitely have ads turned off. And also to provide more context, given, remember, there's always two sides to every story. You full well know, and I'm still pretty sure you are just a troll, especially the way you did this. But like, you full well know that your comments got progressively more and more troll-like. To the point where it was like, okay, now you just lied. Because I can see that I have ads turned off. And then you're saying you have ads. So that is why you also were putting a timeout. Again, yes, maybe you're just having a bad day. Maybe you're not actually a troll. But remember, folks, there's always two sides to every story. The market, but like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know how to trade this because going long seems like an absolute chase. But I've also had several short trades here where I keep getting like nothing like knocked out. But I've had several losing trades now trying to, play the short. Right, that's what I'm saying, big man Rory, is it sounds like to me these ads are like through your TV. Maybe your smart TV is throwing ads on, but it's not from YouTube. I've been waiting for this short forever. What short? And I'm not like, what do you mean this short? Like, I don't know. Are you watching like the 15-minute time frame and it's taken you until now to get the short you're looking for? But yeah, I don't know what this short means. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just seeking a little clarity. I just want to see it go down already. It's been green forever. Right, no, I think what me and other people are asking is you said, I've been waiting for this short forever. Well, what short? Because your message is implying that the thing you've been waiting for has shown up. So, like, what exactly is the short setup that you've been waiting for? Or is that just a typo? I swear, there have been some typos over the history of this live stream that have sent us on rabbit trails that are like, oh wow, we just spent 15 minutes on that rabbit trail because of a typo. Okay, like I have to short here, right? I am.
Order filled. Order filled.
Okay, I'm short. If this chooses to punch me in the face again, I guess so be it. Well, punch in the face is overly dramatic because it's not like I'm going to cook the account. But like, come on. Oh, hit. Don't do this game. No. You don't get that close to my target and then not hit me. All right. Thank you. All right. Perfect. Okay. All right. Now we're in business a little bit. So this will be a green trade. Now just a question of how big of a green trade, because I don't know how far down this might want to... Oh, don't come right back up and stop me out. This is a pretty powerful candle. Give me some more follow through here. So I'll throw out my next couple targets. Again, my stop isn't... Okay, let's move this down a little bit more to the high. There we go. So worst case scenario now, I'm making basically 2.5 points. So my risk is making 2.5 points. My reward is unknown because I don't know how far down this will want to go. So I like these circumstances where my risk is I'm quite literally making money. So risk is making 2.5 points, reward unknown. Come on, come hit this next target. Come on. Get down there. Come on. All right, let's, come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus. I need Kid here to say, push, push. If you're here for that moment, oh, that warmed my heart. I'm so glad that worked out. But the kids are at a park day. So I don't have my secret weapon. Come on. Come on, just down a little bit more. Now, this has been a quality pullback. So anything really additional here, like that's just icing on the cake. Because, I mean, if this wants a full-blown reverse, I'm not going to complain. But, like, I don't enter these trades expecting a full-blown reversal. Because it's, like, really, really hard to actually nail the true top. So I just assume that I've never nailed the true top. But if I actually did, nail the true top, I'm not going to, like, complain about it. So now my risk is making 9 points. So my risk right now is making 9 points. My reward, again, unknown. Because I don't know how far down this might want to go. The trend is your friend. Well, not in this situation. Because I went against the trend. I'm evil. I went against the trend, and I'm making money, though. Hey, Dimitri, where you been, brother? All right, I need to get the high above this candle here. So now my risk is 11 points. So my risk is making 11 points. Reward unknown. Well, Clay, how can your reward be unknown? Because I have no idea how far down. Maybe I just did nail the top, and maybe this thing is about to roll all the way back over. Oh, I see how it is, Dimitri. I see how it is. Cheating on me. I see how it is. I don't know what we do about Dimitri. I'm kidding. I appreciate his honesty. All right, no. Keep coming down. Come on. I will be interested in a long down here. Assuming I get stopped out. So if I get stopped out here, I will be looking to get potentially long right there. Oh, if that's the case, then yeah, that's banned. He's gone. He gone. Come on. Hit this next one. Hit this next target. Come on. Come on, brother. You're so close. You're so close. Hey, somebody had a shot. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I tried. All right, so now my risk is about 15 points. So my risk is making 15 points. Reward unknown. These are the RVR situations I like. Looking for too long at 9:05. Okay, well, where's your stop at? You have given us an incomplete trade plan. You have given us an entry and a target with no stop loss, which has got me a little worried. Wait, I got to put out my next target, huh? Nope. My next target would have been right here. There we go. Okay. All right, I am now looking for longs. And, well, now it'll be a little different. Because now if I'm buying, that implies that this nice green candle here has failed. So I'm not sure I'm going to... I'll keep an eye on it, though. But there we go. 900 stop loss. Okay, there we go, Doe. Now we have a full trade plan. So nothing but my respect. Please. Yes, Glock. Thank you for reminding. Yeah. Would love to get this up to at least 200. So if we have 24 Knights in Shining Armor, or do I have 24 Knights in Shining Armor that can help push us up over 200? If so, it helps. I understand maybe hitting the like button seems like something so simple that it doesn't really matter, but it does help out. So if you are enjoying it, all kidding aside, and you have not hit the like button, it does make a difference. So I'd appreciate it. Great short trade and risk management. Thank you, Joshua. It took a while, but finally got one, and it came down pretty nicely. All right, well, like I said, I would have been interested down here. So at this point, I would not have been filled on that pullback anyways. The world is ending. Sell it all. I'm not... Harper Electrical Contractors. Have you ever said anything actually serious? I recognize your name, but not for a good reason. Like, I recognize your name as, like, for that reason. Like, okay, this guy shows up, says something crazy. So, in fact, I'm not even... He's like the Sandlot guy. Where, like, I'm not even sure that that's a real person. That could just be, like, a 8th grade experiment of a AI bot that has some kinks that need to be worked out. Oh, you dirty rats. I mean, I love you all, but, like, who's your leader? Why are you trolling me like that? All right, everybody. Let's bring it up to 198 likes. He asked for 200, but let's just stop it at 198. Do we have at least 2 rebels out there? Do we have at least 2 rebels? 1 rebel. Oh, good. We got some rebels. Thank you. Thank you, Sino. All right, if this... I really much prefer this area here for a long. Down at 900. So funny, he really has white guy. What's a white, like, give me one white guy mannerism. I was not aware that white guys had mannerisms. So, but I think that's kind of funny. Now I'm curious. What is a white guy mannerism? On my second test count in TPT, up front. Good job, Joshua. My credit score is 700. If the world is ending up, and who gives? Yeah, no, that's always the thing about the world is ending. It's like, okay. Thanks for some confirmation. Good job, Barson. I'm black. My score is 780. You're black? Let me check out that profile picture. I always thought you were a sheep. Oh! And your picture is... Why is your picture of a white guy? Huh? Are we about to get banned? Like, can we... Are we allowed to just, like, talk for, like... I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about these things? Like, are we allowed to parse things out from, like, white guy mannerisms? I don't know. Putting hands on hips while grilling. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, like, how would a black guy grill then? Where does he put his hands? If it's not on his hips, because that would make it a white guy mannerism, where would a black guy put his hands while he's grilling? And I realize it's all jokes. That's why I'm saying hopefully the algorithm doesn't like, oh, this is a rate. It's like, no, we're saying all this like in good faith, like we're just joking around. In his pants? Okay. Racist jokes no good. Why? I mean, right now, there are some black guys giving me a hard time for my white guy mannerisms. I have taken it as intended, as a joke, and now I'm asking them, okay, well, how would you do it? I don't see in any way, shape, or form how that is no good. We are clearly just messing around with one another. Being dudes. Goodness. Racist. That's racist. Like, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. But, like, one of my basic life principles is this. Life is more enjoyable if you do not go about life seeking out to be offended. I don't know if that's right, but that's how I operate in life. And, like, overall, I mean... That is a working theory that I have. A working theory that I have. Life is more enjoyable if you do not go through life seeking to be offended. Like, personally, I think that's hilarious. The dude's like, man, this guy's got such white guy mannerisms. Like, I'm like, okay, that's funny, but you piqued my curiosity. What are these ones? Okay. Thanks, King Louie. I'll keep an eye out for it, brother. Wow. So oil just continuing to chop around. Oh. I am interested in oil down around the pivot point, but as of now, it's not seemingly wanting to try to get down there. We'll see. Yeah, I have zero idea what to do in this situation because it isn't an uptrend. I could see a short up here. I'm interested in a long down here. So I guess in a sense, I've identified this as like a sideways range. But given that's the case, we're basically right in the middle of the range. So in the spirit of don't diddle in the middle, that's where I'm at right now. I'm not saying this is the only way to play it. I'm just saying based on what I'm seeing, we're kind of in the middle. So I gotta take a step back. I can't get approved for Weeble. Any suggestions? Well, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you wanting to trade? Are you wanting to be a day trader, swing trader? Because I would potentially, if you want to be a day trader, you don't even want Weeble because Weeble would imply you're risking your own funds. And I would argue if you want to be a day trader and do it most efficiently, you would want to day trade futures through a prop firm. So yeah, right there in of itself, who cares if you can't get approved for Weeble? But I don't know. It may matter because I don't know what you're actually trying to do. I day trade with Weeble all day. Yeah, so that's I would argue you're going about your day trade. Yeah, and I would argue you're going mathematically speaking, you are going about day trading inefficiently. If you are day trading futures in Weeble, that is inefficient because that means all of your own cash is at risk. And given the way futures can move, that can be scary. All it takes is one bad day of some rule breaks, you're going on tilt, and it can spin out of control. Again, my argument is not that you cannot make money day trading your own funds in Weeble of futures. That's not my argument. My argument is one of efficiency. Efficiency being defined as, the best way to manage risk. And yeah. Sure, people can make money. Yes, I understand. But that's not the point. The point is what happens on one of those bad days. And all traders have bad days where you break rules, you go on tilt, you revenge trade, blah, blah, blah. And if you're using your own funds, especially given the way futures can move, it can spin out of control. Yes, I've lost a lot too. Right, that's the point. That's where you're being inefficient. So you should really consider a prop firm, It is more efficient that way. Because your prop firm's superpower is their ability to reduce consequences. So we have Sino. If he has a bad trade, and we just define bad trade or bad day as minus 2,000, well, for Sino, he's out $2,000 of his own money. The person in the prop firm has only lost their account. But if they only paid $100 for that account, they're only out $100. So same bad day, two different consequences. One consequence of bad day, losing $2,000. The other consequence, losing $100. So that is ultimately a prop firm's biggest superpower. Okay, Alexia, Sino is giving you terrible advice because I'm also assuming you're a beginner. So Sino is giving you atrocious advice. Sino is telling a brand new trader to go day trade futures. That is crazy. Crazy. Please do not listen to Sino. Okay, Sino, I'm throwing in timeout just because I am witnessing literally bad advice. So we'll give him 24 hours. Alexia, do not listen to Sino. Especially as a beginner. Anybody with a shred of experience would realize to tell a beginner to go day trade futures with their own funds is so irresponsible. So irresponsible. Some people need to learn how to do math. Math, not meth. I'm going to have to take that one. That's like t-shirt worthy. Okay, BC Rusin. I remember this guy getting crushed on oil. Okay, is Alexia even real? Alexia, Okay, well, I try to help Alexia. So when she goes out there and gets crushed and loses like her entire account in the blink of an eye, I will sleep. We should all be able to sleep easy at night because we try to help her, and she is apparently just ignoring all of us. So, next topic. which also is a good, shows the power of micros too. Micro futures, the invention of that 6-7 years ago, game changing. Happened to me. Used my own money and got smoked $2,000 by one Trump tweet. But if I had used prop firm, I would have only lost the amount exactly. Thank you, Bello. Exactly. Thank you for that. But some people that just don't want to listen. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. BC Rusin. I remember this guy. Timeout. Just being obnoxious. Okay, so Rock is the one guy that just was banned under a new name. So we'll just ban this name. Okay, so Rocking Peeps is now gone. Yeah, well, King Louis, that's also, that's not terrible advice, but it's also not that. Because paper trading in many ways is absolutely worthless. Because trading has nothing to do with your ability to read a chart. Trading is vast majority to do with can you control the voices in your head. But the only way to meet the voices is to have some skin in the game. And when you're demo trading, there is zero skin in the game. Therefore, there are zero voices. Therefore, there is zero ability to deal with the voices because there are no voices because there is no skin in the game. Where prop firms shine. Because prop firms put a very small amount of skin in the game. But that's all you need. You just need a little skin in the game in order to get the voices to show up. And then you can start to learn to deal with the voices. Because ultimately, that is what trading's all about. Can you deal with the voices you have that live in your head and that come and visit you when you start to put skin in the game? Yeah, exactly. Like James said, dude made $10,000 in 5 minutes. But why can't you do that with real money? Well, because there's no voices when you're doing it. When you're doing it with no skin in the game. Okay, so how many names do you have? Because I got to ban you because you're clearly them also. So how many names is this, did that one guy have? I only put the one guy in timeout. And now he keeps showing up with all these other screen names. But again, even if you are not a beginner, why would you use your own funds? It doesn't make any sense. It's all mathematically based. The ROIs you can create with prop firms are scam-like. It makes no sense to risk your own money. The math just doesn't bear out. I think I need to adjust my indicator. Got a false signal and got in by mistake. Yeah, you better adjust your indicator. Continue on with the search for the indicator that never has any mistakes. And if you don't mind, when you find the indicator that is perfectly flawless, send me an email. Let me get a piece of that. Let me get a piece of that. Hey, good job. So how many days was it then, Nathan? 8? James Bell, I do not remember banning the name you said you were, but even if I did ban you, man, I would never have guessed that. You have been nothing but peaches and rainbows since you've been here, James. So I appreciate you turning over a new leaf. Good to have you back. My theory is that stock traders are psychotic. Well, all traders are psychotic. Well, let me put it this way. We all as humans, okay, all is a strong word. The vast majority of humans have voices that live in our head. However, there are very few things in the world that can introduce yourself to these voices. Trading, and I don't know what else it could be. You can chime in. But trading is definitely one of those things that will cause you to meet the voices that the vast majority of humans have living in their head. Yeah, peaches and rainbow. That's a well-known saying, right? Okay, so 7 business days isn't terrible. Oh no, sports is, you can get, yeah. Trading is a whole nother level, I think. Must be Iowa lingo. Or it's just me making stuff up lingo. And then just me being sarcastic and saying, oh no, that's a very good saying. Oh my goodness. Todd is just going to complete beast mode on us. I'm not even going to try to keep up with Todd. Well, what I'm saying, Random Hero, is that you seem to be under the impression that you can build an indicator for yourself that is like always perfect. Maybe that's not. Maybe I am misinterpreting, but like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not. You might be on that search for a while. Yeah, exactly. AMS. Like I said, the actual superpower. A lot of people look at prop firms and they think the superpower is the leverage, the ability to copy trade, the ability to create amazing ROIs, and those things are true. But in my opinion, the ultimate superpower of a prop firm is the ability to reduce consequences. Yeah, and I almost deleted it because don't mention other people. But then I read a little bit more and I'm like, okay, you didn't mean any malicious intent. But like, one of the rules is I don't really like other people mentioned because I don't know who the vast majority of other people are. So I'd hate to have this chat serve as a funnel to somebody that's a clown. I'm not saying everybody else is a clown. I'm just saying because I kind of keep my head down, I don't know the vast majority of people, especially now. It seems like social media, there's so many people out there these days. Like when I got started back in the day, there was just a few select. There's the Lamborghini guy. Now, here's how you know you're old school. If all I have to say is the Lamborghini guy and you know who I'm talking about. You don't have to mention him here. But back in the day, like there were so few of people that like things like that were all you would need to know. And then you'd like in the online space, you guys know who I'm talking about. Again, don't mention him. But you know you're an old guy like me. If I can just say the Lamborghini guy, and you're like, oh, yeah, I know who he's referring to. Look at Matthew with 4 numbers. Love to see it, Matthew. Nothing but respect. All right, maybe along here as it comes. Like I said, I'd like that yellow line, but I'm starting to lose my patience, wondering if I'm going to get it or not. We are at the 21 EMA, so this isn't like a terrible. It just makes it feel like it's not good because, well, in that sense, it's not good because I'm not waiting for what I said. But again, it is still at 21 EMA, so I'm trying to be disciplined, though. This market has conditioned us to go long today. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case for me. I keep going short. Thankfully, this one right here worked out. But now the pullbacks are starting to really drive me insane. I can't quite get it to pull back to these areas that I'd like to see it pull back to. No, I know, Todd. I know you're doing. I know, man. I had to take some statistics classes back in the day. I know what you're doing, brother. Good old standard deviations. Who doesn't love some standard deviation talk? All right. So on oil here, actually, let me bring over the 5-minute. Oil, we're actually right at the 21 EMA. And looking back here in the history, you can see this 21 EMA hasn't been totally clean. Right there is a very clean rejection. So had some fake breakouts there, but once again, rejected on that candle. Does it reject? Okay, yeah. So as I sell all this, maybe I should be looking for a short here on oil. What strategy do you use? Yeah, AMS. Unfortunately, unlike people lead you to believe, trading does not work like going to a store and then saying, where's your strategy aisle? And then like picking a strategy off the aisle shelves. You have to develop something that best fits your risk tolerance, your needs, which does take a lot of hard work. So yeah, the strategy I trade is my strategy. Just like if you're ever going to find any success, you're going to have to trade your own strategy. But yeah, unfortunately, like you don't just buy a strategy off a shelf. If only it were that easy. How's your trading? I mean, it's going all right, I guess. See, this is what's driving me nuts. And this is why trading's hard, right? It's easy to say buy the pullback, but it's like, yeah, but where is the pullback finally over? Like, when is it no longer a pullback? And that was my guess on where the pullback would no longer be a pullback, but I was wrong because, well, no, actually that level is up here. I trade the baked potato method. Ooh, that's an intense one. Looking for anything in particular. Yeah, this yellow line right here for a pullback for a long Cortez. I think I hear rain outside, but I don't know if that's just my imagination or not. Please don't be rain outside. Okay, that's not, all right. I'm just super. Well, I'll be right back. Oh no, blue skies shining on me. I guess I need an appointment with an ear doctor. For context, we are currently in the middle of a house build right now. And we're in the phases where rain does still make a difference. And in Iowa, apparently... Dude, okay, it's either Iowa or it's a weather channel app. I swear it could be like blue skies, 7% chance of rain. And then I check the app like 2 hours later and it's like threat of tornadoes, severe storms, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what is going on? It's crazy. I have a snake party system for... Yeah, Fredder. That's pretty intense. Where am I? In Iowa. Won't order flow help you? Could. Could. But if you think order flow is like the be-all, end-all, the be-all, end-all does not exist. The be-all, end-all is risk management and learning how to manage risk the best way, of your version possible. So that's really the only universal strategy is there's got to be risk management. How you do risk management, though, that's where the hard part is. You got to figure that out on your own because we're all different. There is no one-size-fits-all strategy. The be-all, end-all is insider trading. Kind of. Because even if you know what the data is, you still have a problem. You don't know how the market's going to react to that data. There have been many situations where had I known what the news was beforehand, I would have gotten cooked. Because I'm like, oh man, that's good news. And then I look at the market and it dumps. Or other times I'm like, oh, that is terrible news. And then I look at something and it's like going up. So yeah, inside information, yeah, you're baking in the fact that you actually also know how the market will react to it. Which is not always as easy as it might appear. The be-all, end-all has become a congressman. So how do you make risk management work for yourself? Well, Cortez, I mean, that's basically like you asking a professional video gamer. So what buttons do you press to become a professional video game player? It's like, there's more to it than that. Like that's kind of what you just did. Or become a Rothschild. I mean, yeah, at that point, At the end of the day, trading is hard for a reason. That's where I think paper trading. Yeah, I'm not saying paper trading, demo trading is totally worthless. I'm just saying that it's not. I mean, it's not worthless, but it's pretty close to worthless. How do you pass prop accounts? They keep burning me the last minute. They burn you or you burn yourself, Tony? I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like I think the most compassionate thing to do here, brother, is to let's make sure we're identifying the actual issue so that we can attack the actual issue. I was close a few times, but then all of a sudden I get burnt on some stupid move. So like a tweet or something like that? Me, LOL. Okay, good. Well, do you have stop losses in? Okay, oil makes me think it wants to come down. Looking over on that 5 minute, I mean, is the K for you oil traders out there? Is K still the most updated contract, or should I be on something else? Dude, I hear something that makes me think it's raining out. It's not though. It's like I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know, Tony. I don't know. It's hard to actually, without knowing a lot of more details. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, it is still okay. Thank you, Soul. I am boiling water. Gonna make some food soon. All right. Making mac and cheese with that boiling water. That's how I survived college. All these, I think then it was 20, what was it? It was like 25, it was something weird. It was such a cheap price for a box of mac and cheese. Like that's literally all I could make in college. Like mac and cheese, all these. Yeah. Apparently Trump told reporters to stay in Islamabad because a possible deal is coming. I'm boiling some octopus. I finally had octopus, I don't know, a few months ago at K-Pot. It wasn't, I don't know if I cooked it right. It wasn't terrible. But would I like actively seek it out? I would not. Gold just took off. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you for the heads up. Okay, gold. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Huh. Yeah, definitely nice movement on gold, but oil's not doing anything. NASDAQ not really doing anything. Yeah, K-Pot, you have to cook everything yourself. Silver as well? No, I'm not looking at silver. No. Don't even tempt me. I am looking for my next prop accounts. I'm going to try and take these ones slow. Oh, well, maybe there's your issue, Tony. Maybe we have identified the issue. Maybe your issue is that you're just, you're being too aggressive and you're having too big a position size. And then all it takes is like for a flea to fart in a thunderstorm and then all of a sudden your account's cooked. Maybe that's the issue, brother. Oh, boy. Are we just now in the middle of a chop fest? Whoops, that's not what I wanted. So, like, is this the new range? Maybe, kind of, sort of, possibly? Wait, what was that saying? Yeah, if like somebody's got really good hearing, then you're like, dang, you could probably hear a flea fart in a thunderstorm. That's what my dad would say. But you could also say if somebody's got like a really good like sense of like smell, you could also say, man, you could probably smell a flea's fart in a no, that would be you could smell a flea's fart in a windstorm. That's how my dad would structure that one. GDXU for gold fun. I mean, like, I'm not trying to, like, that's why I missed TG. Like, you're missing out. If you think GDXU is where you have fun with gold, like, if that's what you seek is fun, and again, I'm no judgments. If that's what you seek is fun, GDXU, like, brother, there are better ways to have fun. It's called GC. GC, are you with me? Okay? So again, if what you seek is fun, GDXU, you can do better. You can do better for fun. Is that a short? I don't know. I think I'm just getting bored. So I'm like trying to create a trade for myself out of boredom, which is not good. Yeah, yeah. I got to get that out of the way. I can't even remember the last trade I took. But I've been trying. I've been trying to get long down here. It won't go down there. Okay, so Nini is, I guess, averaging down into oblivion on BIAF. Oh boy. Yeah, I remember her. She's the investor. Why she's back, I'm not quite sure, but hey, you know, we'll welcome everybody here. But she is averaging down, I think. Oh yeah, just buy some more. Hold and hope. Average down. And then here's my prediction. Once it gets back to this range, it'll, oh, well, it wasn't it's all manipulate. It's all the market makers. It's the market makers' fault. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. See you later, Nini. Just looks like a Charizard pattern. Wait, do fleas fart? I've been blaming the... I mean, for that saying they do. But like scientifically, I have no idea. It's a good question. You should research it out. Let us know what you find out. All right, I think I might try along up through there. Yeah, martingale until you can't. I got kind of cooked today, but not too bad. Well, I would assume like fully cooked means you roasted an account. And it sounds like that's not the case, so that's good at least. All right. Okay. This does it. Again, if I hop in here, I have zero confirmation that it actually wants to push up through this area here, but it's kind of coming to life. Oh, this is me. This is a... I can't tell if this makes sense or if this is just a boredom trade. That's where I'm at right now. No, I'm using Tradovate through the prop firm of Take Profit Trader. So what I'm doing is 2 layers. Layer number 1, I'm in a prop firm. That prop firm is Take Profit Trader. That's the link that you see at the top of the screen. And then through the prop firm, I'm in Tradovate. All right, we're about to see what a boredom trade can result in. Yeah, I know that is middle of the range. You're right. You're right. Not that long ago, I was mentioning this being like a range, and if that's the case, I am thinking about diddling in the middle. Boredom just gives money back. Yeah, it can. It can. The long has been so smooth since Sunday evening. I'm afraid I've taken anything at the moment. All right, no soup. Oh, yeah. They are still way too new, AMS. So new that I don't even want their name in here. So new that it's got me a little worried. It's so easy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. But hey, if you're up, maybe keep at it. Thank you, big man. Darby, scared to buy because it's overbought. Scared to sell because it's so kind of... Oh, crap. Please, please like get rejected back down. For my mental sake, if this thing actually like gets moving, I'm gonna be like, that's not gonna help my current mental state here. I'm glad I'm here. Good. I'm glad this is entertaining for some of you. That's the idea. For you to just watch a baboon talk, do somersaults every now and then. So, do I try a short here with the idea of that if this is a range, and if it comes back down, is that maybe the indicator that it wants to revisit? Dude, I'm so bored right now. I'm using you as my psychiatrist, all of you. I'm laying on the couch. I am bored out of my mind. I don't even remember, when was my last trade? Here. When I got short, and then that was a nice trade. So that was at about, let's just call it 12:30. 45 minutes so far. I am bored. I am bored, chat. I am bored. Definitely the funniest. Well, good. I'm glad that it's somewhat comical. If you start, yeah, that's fair. Okay, I will try a short up here though. This is definitely not a boredom trade because this is just, backs up my thesis. If I think that this is a sideways range, which I'm thinking it could be, then yeah, it would make sense to get short up here because if it's the range, well, then you would think it might range back down. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about buying here. Yeah, I'm a little irritated that I didn't, but okay, here we go. I'm going to just trade the range. There we go. So short is the red line, stop is the green line. If this is not a range, well, then I'm about to have a losing trade. Again, if the red line turns blue, I'm in. Okay, I'm in. Come on. Okay. Now come back down. See, we're gonna. Okay. Come on, give me that first target. Dude. How did that not fit? Okay.
Stop, Phil.
Okay. Okay. Could still be a top of a range. They just, the price just decided to move up a little bit higher above it, and then comes back down. But hey, you gotta pick some place for your stop loss. No cooked account. Well, wait, today's only Tuesday, so no cooked accounts. Now that, again, I feel fine about that trade. I actually, in some weird way, I'm proud of myself that I was that patient to wait for a setup. The one part that's really just irritating is, now it would have still been a red trade, don't get me wrong, But like that movement right there, why don't you just at least film me there? Like how did you not film me there before? It's just little things like that are annoying. Once more, that would not have made the trade green, but just stupid things like that. Well, I am glad this makes me feel better because there's nothing worse, at least for me, than where you get stopped out and then it goes in your favor and you're like, I hate you stop losses. I hate stop losses. But this is one of these situations where I feel I'm glad I had a stop loss because if I didn't, the pain would be getting more painful. Okay, hey, Darby, you keep talking about the VIX. Fine. Could you please give us a trade plan, though, about how you'd actually use VIX in a real-life setting? Like, I don't use VIX. I'm open. Maybe VIX can help lead to some very quality trade plans. So are you able to give us a trade plan? And I define a quality trade plan as 3 numbers. Could you give us an entry point, a stop loss, and a target? That way we can all, myself included, understand better about what a VIX would lead you to do. Could be, Kyle. Because like I did see earlier, you're like, I would not go short here because of VIX. Fine. But like, my question would be, well, why didn't VIX have you getting long down here then? Like, why didn't VIX tell you to go long? You know what I mean? Because you're right. I should not have gone short right there. Because, according to you, because something about VIX. But, like, my first question would be like, well, how come VIX didn't tell you to get long right there? You know what I mean? With what trade? What are you thanking me for? You would not have passed if you had taken the trade that I was doing. You would have gotten stopped out. So, no. Good job to you, Relaxer. I deserve no thanks. All right, Random Hero. I love to see it. 3 numbers. No need to justify or answer to all the comments and questions. Well, see, son, that's why I love business. Because it is my business thesis that the more I interact, the more it's enjoyable it is. Now, it sounds like, son, 1, 2, 3, if you were to start a live stream, you would ignore the chat. And I'm not even saying that's wrong. But that would be your business thesis, that if I just ignore the chat and focus on trading only, then and to be fair to you, maybe that is the better way to grow a live stream. But that's what I mean. That's why I like business, right? Business, you come up with an idea, you come up with a business thesis, and then you put the thesis in motion. And it may not be the right thesis. It may not be the most efficient. But no, I like to interact with the chat. Sure. I mean, everything. I mean, sure, you'll encounter some very peculiar people, but you also, I don't know, get some good laughs. You also meet some cool people. Are we hitting 26,000? I don't know. Maybe. All I know is I'm glad I didn't hold that short. Where did the VIX guy go? Do you see how that works? Isn't that weird? People that like to just say stuff, as soon as you ask them, could you actually define some words with numbers? They just like disappear. It's wild how that works. It's almost like they just like to say stuff, but as soon as they have to define stuff, they run away. Hey, as long as I don't have to define anything, I'm good. I'm going to keep yapping. All right, I'm going to try a short here. I think. I am. I'm short. Sorry about, is that speaker too loud? $26,000 incoming. All right, so Tommy Tom has a crystal ball. Now, to be fair, he didn't tell us when. So, to be fair to Tommy Tom, 26,000 might hit like 3 weeks from now or 3 months from now, and he would be able to come back and say, I told you so. So, yeah, I mean, I agree, Tommy Tom. It is incoming. Whether it's incoming in the next 30 minutes or the next 30 years, I don't know, but I do agree it is incoming. Again, Tommy Tom, did you want to provide a little bit more clarity? Like, when is it incoming? Because I do agree. It's incoming. Like, I do think that within the next 30 years, at some point, it'll hit 26,000. Well, good, little Bam. I'm glad you're having some fun. Do you only trade futures? Yeah. Day trading futures is the only thing that mathematically makes sense. Well, let me take a step back. Day trading futures through a prop firm. Put a couple targets down there. Come on. I don't know. Do I scalpy scalp this one? My mental might need a win right now. I probably shouldn't scalpy scalp, but... Come on. Come on, I'm resisting the urge to scalpy scalp. Thank you. All right, good. All right, let's make sure this is a winning trade now. Hey, let's go, brother. Let's go, brother. All right, this will be a green trade now no matter what. See what I mean? Tommy Tom's like 26,000 incoming. Well, right now it doesn't. I mean, it's doing the exact opposite of that, Tommy Tom. But to be fair to you, algos are in buy mode. Oh, great. Here we go. Why do I think that he might be part of the cult? This is buy mode. Algos are in buy mode as a big red candle forms. Avoid the cult, folks. Avoid the cult. Okay. Okay, Darby, this is this will be the first warning, or your first and last warning before you're going into the penalty box. All you've done is given us more words. You need to give us numbers. Look how VIX started to go up and MQ started to come down. Okay. I don't know if that's true, but for the sake of this, I'll concede that is true. Okay, so how would you take this true statement and make it applicable? How am I defining applicable? To make money from it. So can you give us 3 numbers to take this true statement that I'll just, for the sake of conversation, concede that it is true? How would you take this true observation and then make money from it, right? Because you don't get to call your broker with true observations. For example, Darby, if you called in your broker and you're like, listen, the VIX started to go up and MQ started to come down, your broker would be like, okay, well, where would you like us to put a buy order? Right? Your broker's not going to care about an observation. They're going to care about, well, how are you going to make money from it? So can you do that for us, brother? Can you give us those 3 numbers? Give us an entry point, a stop, and a target. Because right now, it's just useless words. Your broker could do nothing with that information if you called up your broker and said that. Why did I switch from Lightspeed? Oh, because day trading futures through a prop firm mathematically is a no-brainer situation. Oh, you dirty rat. All right, I'm still interested in the yellow line, though, for a long. I will try a long at the yellow line if this pullback wants to come down there. Do you trade fake breakouts? Yeah, I'll trade a fake breakout every now and then. Do you see how that works, though? I asked the one person for numbers, and what did they reply back to? Just more words. Empty words. You might as well just say, hey, trade the trend. Hey, buy low, sell high. Hey, just trade the range. What is I have 100K in capital? Do you think a prop firm is still best? Yeah. I mean, would you rather have, let's just call it this, would you rather have a $2,000 mistake cost you $2,000 or $100? So let's start there, Darkness. That's really the question. Would you rather have a $2,000 bad day, $2,000 whatever, bad trade? Would you rather have that cost you $2,000 or $100? I know that maybe sounds like a stupid question, but that's ultimately, I mean, what you'd have to answer. I'll give my standard guarantee. Right, but that's not even a good guarantee. Because the metals market a couple months ago, remember when the metals market froze up? So the price of metals did not do any of those. It didn't go up, down, or sideways. It just didn't even move. Okay, so do we see what the problem with Darby? Darby is clearly a beginner because Darby cannot translate these observations and words to an actual trade plan. So that is if you are newer and you're kind of like, where am I at in my journey? That's a very simple mental exercise you could do. Can you take all these words and observations and all this sort of stuff? Can you take these words and translate them into a 3-number trade plan? The 3 numbers being an entry, a stop, and a target. If you can't, if you have to just keep using more words like Darby, well, that just tells you you need a button down the hat. Like you actually don't have any form of strategy. No, but that's what makes it funny, Random Hero, is even that. Like, even that is technically not even true. That's what makes that funny. It's like up, down, or sideways. That's the only thing I'll guarantee. But it's like, yeah, but that's not even true. Which just kind of shows how, like, few guarantees in the market there actually are. When you trade on a prop firm, you only get a... Again, I'm Dark, I'm asking you a question because you're focused on the wrong things. Yes, if you trade with your own money, you don't get to keep 100% of the gains. Or I'm sorry, if you trade with a prop firm, you don't get to keep 100% of the gains. But if you're trading with your own money, you do also get to keep 100% of something else, right? That being the risk, the bad decisions, the tilt. So for me, it's a risk management tool. I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of the upside in order to gain the protection against myself when I have those bad days, go on tilt, blah, blah, blah. That is the true superpower of a prop firm. They are risk management tools. My strategy is to always win and all. Yeah, I mean, that is, if you can pull off that strategy, then yeah, you don't need a prop firm. If you're like, yeah, Clay, but I'm at 100% win rate all the time. Okay, then yeah, it doesn't matter because you're never wrong. Okay, looking for a pullback again, seeing if it wants to get down to that yellow line, trying to be patient. Although, I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit of a dent. Something like this could also work, I think. Yeah, that's not crazy. Yeah. Once you get to the live accounts, everybody's got a little skin in the game. Dude, okay, so this will make more sense if you were here earlier on the stream, but I talked about on oil. Talked about that 21 EMA. Look at this thing. It just continues to struggle. And it's not always clean rejections. We've had a couple of fake breakouts, but yeah, I don't know. I'll keep an eye. Maybe I'll try to keep an eye on oil. Maybe play a fake breakout of that 21 EMA if it can get back up there. You will be wrong. One wrong trade will wipe out everything. Well, yeah. Well, one wrong trade where you start to make a bunch of bad decisions. But yeah, I mean, a wrong trade with a stop loss, I mean, it's not going to wipe out everything. So I know what you mean. I think what you mean is like one wrong trade, wrong being defined as like you lose your mind, you go on tilt, and you just like, yeah, that could be really bad. The yellow line is just an area I've identified as potentially an area where that could, if the price goes down there, it'll bounce from there. Even if I had 100% strategy, I would still use prop firm and make money, not risk. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Because by definition, if you are 100% right, then risk management does not matter because you are always right. You are not risking your money if you have a strategy that is 100% right. Like there's literally zero, definitionally speaking, there is no risk if you are 100% right all the time. So yeah, risk management does not matter. What's the fastest way to pass evaluation? Now, you didn't ask about smart. You didn't ask about any of that. You asked for fast. So the fastest way would be to max out your account, full size, minis, and then see what happens. Based on what you asked, what is the fastest way to pass? That would be the fastest way. My wife should be a trader. Hey, get her in front of the computer. Today was an easy day to trade. Well, yeah, I'm glad you had one of those days. Other days, some people would say it was an easy day for their trade, and you're probably over there like, man, this garbage is this action is garbage. And that just goes to show we all got our different strategies. So, but good. I'm glad you had a good day today. How frequent did you have to buy? How frequent do you have to be for a prop firm to make sense? I would say at least a day every week. I always full port evals. All right, there you go. I'm on a 50K. I'm shooting for 300 a day to pass in about 10 days. There you go, Barson. A man with a plan. Oil longs. Ooh, I don't know about oil. Okay, finally, it released to the downside. Oh, boy. I might have to try again. See if we can get, I don't know how we want to call this, either a triple bottom or a double bottom. So if we're just going to clump these lows together, then I guess I'd be going for a double bottom. But if you're going to say that's a bottom, then I suppose right there I'm looking for a triple bottom here on oil. Oh, you're good, Robbie. No, this is Tradovate. This is the platform that I'm using. So the prop firm I'm using is at the top of the screen, which is Take Profit Trader. Through Take Profit Trader, I'm using Tradovate as a platform. So like how that works is you select the purchasing power you want. Code Clay gets you that 40% off and then no activation. And then down here, they'll ask you what platform. And then that's what I'm using right there. So I'm using I'm using Take Profit Trader as my prop firm, and then through the prop firm, I'm using Tradovate. I don't know. I'm getting freaked out. I like it a lot better down by this pivot point, but will it get all the way down there? I don't know. That remains to be seen. All right, have a good one, Relaxer Do. This is the worst. I'm so high maintenance now. If I have to flip between two things, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. But it really just goes to show how good futures are. Where like normally you can just stare at the same thing because the same thing gives you multiple opportunities. I don't even know how I did it back in the day. Like oh man, the amount of time wasted on scanning for stocks and scanning for this and scanning for that and trying to gauge a whole bunch of stocks all at once. Man, it's so much nicer to not have to do that. It's not about how many losses, it's about a number. So, and they don't ban you. You can always try again. But on the 50K, you can lose up to 2,000. But at 2,000, that is known as you failed. You've cooked the account. But that just means you're out 100 too, because that's what it would cost you. Clay, I don't think you recommend copy. Oh, I don't have anything against copy trading. If you want to copy trade, that's fine. I don't do it at this stage, but I mean, I don't recommend against doing it. Yeah, exactly. They're not gonna. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna throw out an order right there without confirmation. So I'm speculating that it wants a bouncer. Now, this is not, I would never call this just a random speculation because I do have a reason to think it can bounce from there. Ooh, fake breakdown. Let's see if we can get a hammer here. Where's the what? Wait. Okay, never mind. Ooh, it's this what I hate. I hate it. I like this as a fake breakout. Yep. I'm getting short right there. All right, I am filled short. First target right. Wait, one. Oh, yeah, one. Wait. Crap, I only got one. Oh, I never switched that back. I guess I could get back my normal position size here. Do another one right there. I'll do this a little differently. So instead of getting all 5 right there, I'll do a little building. I wanted 5, but I forgot to change that number back to 5, so I ended up just getting 1. Okay, so I got 2 now. My stop is above the white line, and that's where it would have been with 5, but now I'm actually getting a slightly better entry point by easing in. Now, if it does dump here, though, I should have just gotten 5 right there, but okay. I love the. I couldn't ask for anything better. Nice candle here. So, is this a fake breakout? No guarantees, but I'm going to give it a try. All right, so I'm going to add my final 2 right here. So, this will bring me up to my intended position size anyways at 5. There we go. Come on. Push. Okay, took one out. Could still be a losing trade. Took another one out. Again, still could be a losing trade. It'll be less, though, because I've put some green in my pocket and I'm reducing position size, therefore reducing risk. That is a most simplistic way to reduce risk, is if you just reduce your position size. It ain't rocket science, folks. Come on. Come on. Come on, fake breakout. Be a fake. Well, it's already fake, but be even more of a fake. Okay. All right, I'm just going to let these final 2 work for me. I'm not going to set out any more targets. I'll just move the stop down as it goes in my favor. Well, or not goes in my favor. So there we go. Are we shorting? I mean, I don't know about you, but yes, I was short. Is it possible to get the prop firm for free? If you, yeah. If you have a 100% win rate, just, I mean, call up Elon Musk. He will bankroll you. Be like, Elon, I have a 100% win rate. Okay, so let's see. Why do I get the impression this guy's might have just created this thing not that long ago? Let's see. No, 2011, so I don't think he's a troll. I don't know. I do not have any Pro Plus accounts. Nope. I just have evals and test or pro accounts. Doing the racehorse model. Ooh, oil. Oil still dropping down quite a bit. Oh. Why is it 5 minutes? Okay. I guess that makes... Still interested in a potential long at the pivot point right there, but I'm trying to juggle a couple things. Long from 928. Okay, where's your stop at? Wait a second. Okay. Tommy, brother, I know I've never seen the name before, so I know you're new. But, like, trust me, bro, trade plans don't fly around here. Okay? You showing up and saying, I got long here at 928. Trust me, like, okay. Maybe you did. To be fair, maybe you did. But this is also the internet. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point, Tommy. Next time, give us these numbers ahead of time, brother. Trust me, bro, trade plans? Nah. I mean, anybody can show up and be like, I got long right here. And again, to be fair, yeah, maybe that's true. But also, to be fair, this is the internet where people just say stuff. So, like, trust me, bro, I got long there. Nah. Now, if you called that out ahead of time, or if you called out your 928 ahead of time and mapped out a trade plan, then we'd all be cheering for you because it's all documented. I don't care about your target. Dude, are you being... okay. Yes, a target is not the same as an entry point, my friend. You did. So you gave us one of the 3 numbers of a trade plan. You gave us the target. You didn't give us an entry or a stop loss. But that's okay. Congrats. Next time, now you know, Tommy. Next time, now you know to give us these 3 numbers ahead of time. Ooh, is this another short? Might be. Yeah, exactly, Marco. Like, trust me, bro, trade plans. Maybe some live streams allow you to get away with it. but not here. You want me to call? Yeah. I want you to call out what your trade plan is ahead of time. 3 numbers: entry point, a stop loss, and a target. So you did. You gave us one of the 3 numbers. Because I do remember you said you did mention 26,000. That's fine, but that's a third of a trade plan. I will. Perfect, Tommy. That sounds good. I wish the internet was filled with no exaggerations, pure honesty. And if that were the case, then yeah, trust me, bro, trade plans would be like, okay, no problem. But yeah, unfortunately, that's not really how the internet works. This is so hard for me. Define this. I can't find conviction, too long or short. Well, then you know what? You know what you just did? You identified a trade plan. Do you know what trade plan you just identified? If you can't find conviction to long or short, what trade plan did you just identify? Wonder if we get another expansion like yesterday. Yeah, we'll see. Don't trade. There you go. The SOH trade plan. The most powerful trade plan out there. Sit on your hands. Don't do anything. Uh-oh. Hey. Huh? Okay. I'm going to do Todd's trick. I've had this happen before. So let's see if just F5 fixes it. Wait. F5 here. F5. Uh-oh. Right, it's F5? That's what's supposed to refresh this page? Hello? Okay, it is. Why? Okay, so this does not matter. When it goes white screen of death, F5 does not seem to work. Hello? All right, I'll just have to do it. I'll have to do it the old school way. All right. As we take a commercial break, there you go. There's how you can help support the stream. So I'm at the log. Let's see here. Trade. Wait. There we go. Install. Maybe no, not right now. We'll do that another time. All right. Let me get my login information here. Sorry about this. Sorry for the delay. I don't know what happened. All right. Man, I gotta pee. Woo! All right, I'll be right back to you. I gotta pee. All right, we're back. So that worked? Good. Okay. Ooh. Do I try another short up here? Maybe. Oh, what happened to Marco? Marco's been cool this whole time. What did Marco do? What in the world? What was deleted on his part? He had chimed in a couple good times. What happened? All right, I might try a short here. I'm short. So this broke out here, then it started to come back down. So maybe a little bit of a... He was timing your bathroom break. What's wrong with that? All right, I am short. Blue line is my entry. This green line is my stop. These are my first couple of targets. Beautiful candle right there. Now it's just a question of does it want to deliver? Yeah, I use... Okay, I'm about to... And stopped out. You dirty rat. All right, whatever. Whatever. Seems like gonna squeeze. So are you long right now, Teds? Oh, he launched a bunch of... Gotcha. Yeah, well, where's your stop at, Teds? Oh, we're at the pivot point on the oil. 9.55. All right, well, we'll see if it works out for you. Oh, boy. We are at the pivot point here on oil. Oh, I think the pivot point is hiding behind that white line. I think I have to try it here on oil. See if we can get a bounce. Okay, I'm going to try to get long at the green line here. Okay, we're long. Come on, pivot point. Do your thing. Come on, bounce, oil. Beautiful. Beautiful hammer candle. Come on. Come on. Hey, there we go. All right. Still could be a losing trade, though. I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe let's make sure this is a green trade. There we go. Okay, this will be a green trade. Now my stop is in green territory minimal. Let's see if we can get this next target. Oil can get kind of spiky, so I should definitely throw out another one, just in case there's a spike up there. Come on, hit this next target. Do it, brother. Do it, brother. Come on. Price action is making you tilt. Be careful. Careful. Tomorrow's a new day, William. Come on, push up a little bit more. Come on. Oh. Come on. A little bit more. Hit that next target. Come on. Push. It feels so bad. I'm literally cheering for higher gas prices right now. It just does not feel right. Does not feel right. Okay, there's my stop there. Let's see, where do I have my next couple of targets? Next target up here. Oh, are you really going to give me that target? That would be nice. Come on, brother. Get up there. Hit me. Attaboy, you dirty rat. Oh, are you seriously? Oh, it likes to be called names. Oil likes to be called names. You dirty, dirty rat. Okay, that's a holy grail in oil today. It's in one of those moods. Call it names. You witnessed it here. I have documented proof. I called it a dirty rat and instantly went up there. I have discovered the holy grail in oil today. Call it names. That is true. But it's not a rat. Was it 40 seconds? All right, Marco. Okay, my stop is right there. But let's see if it wants to. That might be all she wrote. That might be all she. All right, well, there we go. There we go, pivot point. Thank you. Thank you, 5 minute. Well, if you want to make your money today, again, I have video proof. Trade oil and call it names. Ooh, and oil. Okay, markets came right down to. All right, so who got? Somebody got stopped out there. Who was that? Again, Ted's. But I got nothing but respect for Ted's. He mapped out a trade plan, and that one pulled back and stopped him out. So, wait a second. Wait a second. I was short here, wasn't I? Yes, I was. And this candle right here came out, kicked me out of the trade, and then came down. That's annoying. It happens, though. If you have not hit the like, yeah, oh yeah, thank you, yeah. If we, the goal is always 300 likes. So if there's 300, or not 300, if there's 30 people here right now that have not yet hit the like button, but you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, you will be a vital factor in helping us hit our goal. As the goal is 300 likes. So if you are, like I said, enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, it would be greatly appreciated. All right, I might try a long here. As we pull back here to the 21 EMA. Did I hesitate? See, oil's spooking me, though. Oil is still heading up strong. So I still have, like, my brain has been conditioned to think oil goes up, market comes down. But, like, literally right now, like I said, if you were to look at oil, well, I'll just bring it over real quick, I guess. So oil, green right now. But this is actually not, I mean, it's certainly not getting worse and worse here. So it's scary, though, to see oil going up and then to think about getting long here. But once more, if the correlation is no longer there, then it's irrelevant. But hence my point about just it seems like I've been kind of conditioned to continue to think about that. Hey, Jimbo87. Yeah, the other Jimbo hasn't even been here today. Yeah, what? Yeah, I got to text him real quick. What in the world? What a terrible friend. Me and the other mods are shocked that you couldn't at least find 5 seconds out of your day to say hi to us all, period. Absolutely crazy. Are we even friends anymore? Question mark. There we go. There's my guilt trip text to Jim. Thank you, Jimbo. You made me think of the other Jimbo. You, Jimbo 8743. You were by far the better Jimbo. I'm short at 957. Okay, I love it. Look at Wolf. Wolf with a trade plan in real time, 3 numbers. That's how you do it. Nothing but my respect, Wolf. That takes courage right there, my friend. If we all go short at the same time, will the market feel it or no? No, it will not. Yeah, that's the other nice thing about futures indices is like it's not like a penny stock. Where like, yeah, in that case, if the thing's got like no volume and then all of a sudden a bunch of people start to buy, like yeah, those sorts of things could create that. I think I have to get, like, how, does this not look really? Wait. Okay, that's not a right. I was like, wait a second. Is this a rising wedge? I would not consider that a rising wedge. No, I like it, Wolf. I have nothing but respect. You mapped out a trade plan in real time. Well, even if we were all doing live accounts in the live market, I'm not quite sure. Well, I don't know. I take that back. There's 400 some people here. So if we all bought, let's just say 3 contracts at once, that's over 1,200. Yeah, so in theory, James, we could maybe do something. Now, granted, if we were all planning this ahead of time, blah, 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 we could all be headed to jail for, for manipulation. But yeah, there's actually enough people here where, like I said, the math could maybe. So maybe, James. But that's not the case. This is all hypothetical. What is Wolf trading? I thought he was trading. Oh, yeah. What are you trading? You're talking about 26,000. He might have meant 25,000. Is that a typo? Yeah. He means 25,000. Again, yes, you're right, Marco. That's why the hypothetical is if we were all in live accounts in that situation. But that is the main point of the hypothetical. But wouldn't we have enough money for bail? No, not when the SEC freezes our assets. We don't. I will try another long down here. Double bottom. Or again, it depends. If you count that as a bottom and that as a bottom, then I guess I'm playing a triple bottom. If you just clump these two together, which is what I tend to do, then I'm looking to play a double bottom. Oh, are you coming down here, Cletus? Are you serious, Cletus? Wait, no, not. Let's go with 5 again. Okay, there it is right there. Tight stop. So I like the risk reward. If this thing comes down here and bounces, we could be looking at quite a bit of a nice gain. Come on now, 7 more likes. Let's go. 7 more Knights in Shining Armor. I got in on that oil long a little high and it liquidated. Oh, sorry to hear that, Drew. It happens though, brother. It happens. All right, I got to go grab my water real quick. It's a hot day. Oh, I can't wait till I get to the new off. Oh, so yeah, on that note, my wife and I, we were out at the build, and we took some measurements of where my office is going to be. I was standing in my office, even though it was just still sand. It'll be nice. It'll be a good size. But anyways, I cannot wait till I get there. Right now, where I'm at the temporary house, dude, I'm burning up right now. There's like no ventilation. It's like a glorified closet. I am, whew. And I know if I turn on this fan right here, some of you said you can hear it. So I am literally sweating it out. Oh my goodness. Like right now, it's just me, a mic, and testosterone. That's all that's happening right now. There is no circulation. There is no fan. It's nothing. You'll be my HVAC guy? Oh, I think we already... Where do you live? No AC, Clay? I don't turn on the AC. Too much money. Now, if you ask my wife... Okay, listen. A little look into my marriage. There are no perfect marriages, and one of our tension points is my wife is more of a believer in AC than I am. And I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. Same with the heat. When do you turn on the heat? When do you turn on the furnace for the year? Okay, here we go. Maybe along here. Let's see if we can get, if that green line turns blue, I'm in. Stop is a red line. Oil is one of those things where I could see it just like spiking and it fills me and stops me out in like the same second. But it could also go on my, okay, so I'm in. I'm in. Now bounce. Now bounce. Come on, double bottom. Nope. Wait, I'm stopped out, right? How am I not out? I'm confused right now. Didn't I get... Like, am I even in? I am in. I think. All right, I'm confused right... What did I miss? Did that just not... Okay, I guess maybe it never came down enough. I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and watch that or something. Well, makes sense. But is anybody else here? Like any of you married folk? Does anybody else have that tension? The great marriage debate of when do you turn on the AC and when do you turn on the furnace, or am I alone? Maybe I'm alone. Yeah, AMS, that can happen. That's why I also say win rates are a little overrated. Because in your case, you're at a 90% win rate, and then yeah. Hey, all in ballin'? Yes, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone. Clay, do I give out free... Oh, brother. Oh, James, you've been doing so well. Yes, I do actually do giveaways. I give away a magical ticker symbol that is guaranteed to give you money that you can buy accounts with, right? If I just gave you an account, well, that's only one account. That's giving you a fish. But I teach people how to fish. So I do have a magical ticker symbol, and no joke, this ticker symbol is guaranteed money. And that's what I give away. Is anybody interested? Are you interested in this guaranteed ticker symbol? That guarantees the pay. Living in Texas, the AC stays on. Yeah, Texas is like a whole other ball game, I would assume. All right, well, I'm glad I got out. I do. I have a guarantee. I have a guaranteed ticker symbol where if you use this ticker symbol within a trade, you will be paid. Okay, here's a guaranteed ticker symbol. If you go and trade this one, ticker symbol JOB. With ticker symbol JOB, you trade your time to do something for somebody. In exchange for that trade of time, they will pay you. Now, this also assumes that's like a legitimate job. Like I make no guarantees that job is a guarantee if you're like selling crack. Like I don't know if your boss is going to actually pay you. Maybe he just gives you some lead. I don't know. But under the impression or under the assumption it's like legit, that is a guaranteed way to get as many accounts as you want. See, I teach people how to fish here. I don't just hand them a fish. Oh, here's an account. No. I give you a ticker symbol so that you can buy as many accounts as you want. Okay, Wolf, we got to be careful with the I told you so, okay? Don't be one of these I told you so guys. I see it is at 24 cents. Do I go all in? You mean sometimes you don't go all in? Like, for you to even ask that question, that implies that sometimes you don't go all in. What do you mean, do I go all in? Well, no, Wolf, I'm not saying it has anything to do with probabilities. I'm just saying the fact that you made that comment is like your indirect way of saying, hey, look at me, I told you so. Like, you know what I mean? Like, trust me, there's always somebody on a live stream that can tell the live streamer, I told you so. All I'm saying is, again, Wolf, we like you. That's why I'm hitting you between the eyes. We prefer not to have the I told you so, folks. I'm miserable when I'm hot. Oh, oh man. You must be Kyle's brother. You truly are the clay that holds us together. No, we're good, Wolf. I'm still interested in a long down at that yellow line if it wants to pull back there. Clay, are you the only one in your family who works? Yeah, my wife is, well, I mean, my wife does way more work than I do. She's a stay-at-home mom of 6 kids and homeschools. So yeah, that is, she does a job that I could never do. Ever. So yeah, my wife works way more than I do. That's for sure. So no, I guess I'm not the only one that works within my family. I am the lazy one of the two of us. Thanks, Clay. Have a Hey, have a good one, Crazy Sheller. Totally believe in homeschool. Yeah, not that I needed any more confirmation of it, but the live stream has taught me one thing. Again, and this is few and far between, but like there are definitely people out there that have zero idea of how, like literally how to think. So we'll call it critical thinking, right? We all have thoughts, but just because you have a thought doesn't mean that there's any actual skill behind it. Thinking is actually a skill, hence critical thinking. And my oldest daughter now in the homeschool, like, because we do some co-ops, but yeah, I'm literally talking about logical fallacies with my 13-year-old daughter. How great is that? Hey, Dad, we learned about the red herring fallacy. Fantastic. So I think, and I don't know. I don't know if that's in public schools or not, but it should be. I know a lot of people are like, well, we should be learning about how to deal with money. And I'm not saying that's necessarily wrong per se, but I think my biggest gripe would be, how about teaching people how to think, like critical thinking? Then yeah, that's fine. That's fair. Yeah. She gets the control. That's fair. That's fair. My wife is, yeah, she is. I got a good catch. I'll put it that. She is my trophy wife, and I am her trophy husband. I mean, look at me. Look at me, boy. Look at me. Just call me a trophy right now. Say it. Everybody type trophy. Trophy. Do it. If you don't type trophy, you're a liar. You're a dog-faced pony soldier liar. Clay, you could be a great high school teacher. I did think about teaching. But for me, I wanted a little bit more of a job security. So that's why I got an engineering degree. But yes, if I could just pick like, hey, you know what? Job security, salaries are the same across the board. I would have picked a teacher. Senior year, the high school I went to, like the final 3 weeks of the senior year, you job shadow 3 different professions, and then you have to write like your final paper on it. So I picked engineer. So I followed an engineer around for a week. Then I picked like because I was thinking about like law. So then I followed like kind of like a lawyer, like all that, and then I picked. Then I went back and hung out with my 5th grade teacher. So like for a week I helped her out, and that was by far that taught me that I really did like teaching. It also taught me that I need to chill out during kickball because I did make a kid cry because he tried to get to third base. Like, you don't try to go from second to third base on me in kickball. You're going to get the ball in the back of your head. So I got a little too competitive with the 5th grader. I'm sorry. I was only 18, though, so cut me some slack, okay? That's a true story, by the way. I felt terrible, and I thought I was going to get sued into oblivion. But it turned out fine. I did. I made a kid crying. But hey, you know what? He was out. He was out. He did not succeed trying to go from second to third. You just don't do that. No. Okay, maybe a long here. Maybe a long. But yeah, I was the dude that was like, okay, I can go to the teacher's lounge at lunch and eat with the teachers, or I can go to the cafeteria and eat with the kids and then go do recess with them. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to lunch. So yeah, I ate with it was great. Okay, here we go. Maybe a long here. Okay, Wolf. Okay, here. Okay, another point of clarification, Wolf. You telling me to be careful, you are presupposing that you understand my strategy, which is crazy. You definitely do not understand my strategy, just like I would never tell you to be careful because I don't understand your strategy. So for me, a be careful situation could be perfect for me. Whereas a be careful situation for me could be perfect for you because we both have different strategies, right? So like, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to trade my strategy. I'm not going to tell you to be careful with yours because I'm not going to presuppose that I actually fully understand your strategy. And without fully understanding, it's logically impossible for me to say for you to be careful. He learned a lesson, though. That's right. He did learn a lesson. You don't try to go from second to third base. Okay. 5 minute. We are right at the 21 EMA. I mean, we're right there. Let me bring this over 5 minute. Look at that. We are right here. So I'm thinking about a long here. Do we get the bounce off the 21 EMA? Let's see. Right now, though, looking like we got a little bit of... Clay, what is the green... I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear that from somebody that has been on this live stream like daily for the past 3 months. I'm going to pretend like I didn't see that. For my mental sanity. For my mental sanity, I can't do it. Yeah. Keep it simple, stupid. No, I mean, I think the best way to go about it, Wolf. Thank you for asking, by the way. I can tell you are an adult with a brain on your head. A brain in your head. In your head. Okay, we're at 3.5 hours. This is when my brain starts to shut down anyways. Yeah, I'm more curious to see how you would trade a situation. Like, okay, I'm long here, stop is here, blah, blah, blah. I think that is more beneficial. I have half a brain. Isn't that... No, a scarecrow just doesn't have a brain at all. Wait, no. No. Tin Man. Tin Man doesn't have a heart. If I only had a brain. Oh, yeah. Scarecrow. Okay, Scarecrow didn't have the brain. All right, I'm looking for a long... let's see how this candle finishes. I might be looking for a long up here. In fact, no, I'll go for a long still. That's okay if it doesn't... Okay. Going for a long at the green candle. Or... At the green line. Can you see? Can you see the live stream? I get to this time and things start to get a little squirrely. Delta looks a little stronger in the short side. Well, then you better be getting short. So, okay, same question to you. You're using this Delta stuff, fine. But, like, can you make that more applicable to all of us? So, you think Delta looks a little stronger on the short side. Cool. So, but how would you make money from this? So, like, where would you get short? Where would your stop be? And where would your target be? I know, LeBam, you said you're new. This is your first time here. So, like, that's what really piques our interest, is you've made an observation. Cool. So how would you take this observation and then make it applicable with the trade plan? That's a good one, Robbie. All right. Well, at this point, I'm glad I waited for confirmation because, yeah, the price did not really care at all about the 21 EMA. So where can we go now for our next potential? Ooh, maybe down here. Maybe down there for a long. I think 905. Well, I mean 905 for what? Oh, okay, for a long. Okay, so you're going to get long at 905. Fine, that's one number. Then where's your stop and where's your target? My worst case scenario with a short, sounds good, random. Good stuff. Yeah, we'll see what happens, Wolf. All right, I'm going to try a long at basically the yellow line. You can't even see my green line. Oh, boy. All right, buckle up. I hope I'm not about to get steamrolled. I'm in. Uh-oh. Is this news? All right, I'm out. I'm out. Whoa. If you guys heard a cracking noise, that was the walnut. That was the walnut in my butt cheeks. Woo. Yeah, I couldn't take the heat. That picked up quite a bit. But I got it. I got it. $9.05 for your long. That doesn't. That's all right. I don't follow your trade plan. You got long at 9.05. Your stop is at 9.80. I think we got a typo. Oh, look who finally showed up. Unbelievable. This is this. I mean, this has gotta think it's creating some problem here for some longs. Good job, Jacob. All right, Wolf. Good job. Yeah, at this point, we are approaching the 50 period on the 5-minute at 8:82. It's kind of, I mean, I am in flat out knife catching mode right now. This thing is coming down with some authority. Took a short scalp on the retrace. Good job. All right, LaBam has canceled his trade plan. This intensity got a little too intense, which is understandable. All right, now is this like a short somewhere? I mean, if you believe in the force behind this, I don't know, this market, watch this thing V-shape straight back up. All right, I'm going to get short here. Stops right there. Looking to get short at the red line. Stop is the green line. I'm trying to just play the trend. Trade the trend. So it's coming down, and I'm hoping it does something like this. And if it does that, I'm going to be sipping on a juice box. All right, well, not looking like it wants to bounce back up here. So we'll see, though. I'll give it some time, see if it wants to maybe recover back up there. Short. Okay, more. We're gonna need more than that, dude. Short. Like, okay, well, where are you shorting? And then where's your stop at? That would be way more effective than just the word short. Oh yeah, no, it's been good. No blow-ups last week. Well, I mean, today's only Tuesday. Nothing massive green-wise, but I mean, it's been a challenging environment for me at least. No, you're not gonna come up and fill me. All right, fine. That trade plan is canceled. So I was right to go with the trend. It's coming down, but that's where broad statements are not good enough. Because I was right, it came down, but problem is my nuance was wrong. Wrong entry point. Good. I wish trading was easy, just broad statements. Okay, I think this thing is going to bounce up some and go down. Oh, look, it did. I made money. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Oil dumping? It is. Oil's heading up right now. I see. I do. Well, I don't know. I guess we all have different definitions of dumping, but I would not consider that dumping. Clay, I'm a degen. I was up 2.5K in my funded over trade Asia. London didn't sleep. Boom. Yeah. I mean that. Yeah, that's that. You are right. I agree that with your analysis. That is degen behavior. You're up 2,500, so that you decide to get up in the middle of the night and trade London. Like that is an unhealthy relationship with futures. My comment on oil was during the red candle. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Sometimes there's a delay. Glad I took one trade. Nice job, James. Good work. Oh, doggone it. I mean, again, there was nothing hindsight here. You guys heard me talking about it. The 50 period on the 5-minute. You can't make this stuff up. And by the way, yes, I am saying this in the most snobbish of ways possible. So think about, in your mind, what would be the most snobbish way to say something? That is what I'm doing here. As just a bitter old man that is offended about how SMAs have just been kicked to the curb. Everything is EMAs, yeah? Guess what this is? The 50 SMA. How about them apples? Yes, I'm jaded. Yes, I'm bitter about it. My sweet, succulent SMAs like are spit upon in the world of futures trading. Everybody just assumes it's an EMA. You need another timeout, Sandlot? Your little 8th grade AI project gone wrong? To be fair, though, I do use this right here is an EMA. That's the 21 EMA. But yes, I don't like when people just assume that I'm using EMAs. Bunch of punks. Little rats. How did you stop over trading? Because I'm always in profit and still losing my account in one day. Well, are you taking good setups? Here's step one. Step one, don't trade London. That would be step one to tell yourself you're serious. Because in order to trade London, you are literally, assuming you're American, you're like up in the middle of the night. Like, good grief, that's an unhealthy relationship. So there's step one, to just prove to yourself that you want to be serious and not overtrade. Just stop trading London. If you can't even do that, then yeah, I have nothing for you because you just have such an unhealthy relationship that I'm not sure what to do. I'm not even sure what you're talking about spoofing. That could also be true, Nate. But I'm a big believer in let's start at the easiest bridges to clear, and then let's work from there. Because if he can't even deny trading in the middle of the night, if he can't even say no to that, like, do you think he's really going to be able to say no to going too big position size? I don't think so. The green line is the 21 EMA. Are you live every day? Yes, I start at, well, usually I'm here earlier than 11 a.m. That's why you want to subscribe and turn on notifications. But yeah, the latest I'll be here every day is 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. But hey, if you do enjoy, if you want to help support the stream, yes, hitting the like button helps. But the way to ensure the stream continues, because this is totally viewer supported, no sponsorships or anything like that yet. But you got to use code Clay, all caps, with whatever your platform of choice is. I recommend, I love Take Profit Trader. But wherever you're at in your journey, maybe you're using multiple platforms. But like I said, if you want to save yourself some money, because code Clay, whatever the deals that any platform is running, code Clay will get you that deal. Then code Clay, all caps, with any of these, like I said, will help save you money and help support the stream. So if you enjoy and you want to help ensure the stream continues, then code Clay is definitely a win-win for you. You're saving money and it's supporting something that you enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. My brain is, I'm toast. I got to figure out something for the office though to cool this place down, because the fan, anyways, that's regardless. But I got it. Yeah, I got to just be done. So thank you everybody for being here. On your way out, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that would be fantastic. And I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern, like I was just saying. So make sure you subscribe and then turn on notifications, because like I said, usually I am here a little early. So if you want to know exactly when I go live, then that's why I say subscribing and then turn on notifications. You will be made aware of exactly when to do. But latest I'll be here is 11 a.m. Eastern, back tomorrow. So thank you everybody for being here. Had a good one. This was a fun one. Had some good conversations as always. Like I said, code Clay, all caps, with any of these prop firms. Best way to help support the stream, and I really do appreciate it. So take care, everybody. See you back tomorrow.